You can measure the size of an elephant. You can clock the speed of a cheetah, but you can't quantify the heart of a kings, queens, and in-betweens. Welcome to Dr. Boxing Talk. Stream starts now.
The champ is here! 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 The champ is here!
If I tell you I'm good, probably you will say I'm boasting. If I tell you I'm no good, you know one line.
Good, great, grand evening to y'all. What's good, what's good, what's good? Y'all know what time it is. The doctor's in the house. Please forgive my tardiness. Whew. Still got that headache, chat. I was trying to see if it'll go away, but well, let's get it popping, man. Let's get to it. I apologize for the tardiness. See this roll call. Got my boy Dub in the building. Got my boy Ty in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. I don't have too much to talk about today, you know what I'm saying? But got some interesting things that we could, you know, snowball into other topics. So let's go, man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and get this thing popping. Start off with a prayer as usual, man. So please bow your heads and join me. Now, dear Heavenly Father, Lord, we thank you for this wonderful day. Thank you for your blessings, Lord. We ask that you continue to protect us and guide us and lead us, Lord, and keep us away from temptation. A lot of times it's real easy to fall off the path and go to the wayside and and be steered in the wrong direction. And sometimes it's very hard to not do what we're, to go against what we're supposed to. Sometimes it's very easy to go against what we're supposed to do. Sometimes it's very hard to do the right thing, Lord, but we ask that you give us the strength and the courage to do so, even when that's not what the masses are doing, even when it's not the popular thing, even when it's not the cool thing to do. Like, still give us the strength to do what we know is right. And it's real easy to know what is right from wrong. What God do is listen to our conscience. Or you make it real easy to tell the difference between the two. Please make it just as easy to choose the right thing, Lord, especially when it comes to not harming somebody else. So please let's be more aware of our decisions, more aware of our choices, more aware of our actions, and the things that we say and the things that we think too, Lord. Let's keep us away from bad thoughts, and let us realize and acknowledge how our actions and inactions affect and impact others, Lord. So please give us the strength to do the right thing at all times and give you the glory, and not forget to give you the glory, especially when we accomplish things that we pray for or achieve things that we dream. Thank you, Lord, for your blessings. Thank you, Lord, for your guidance. Thank you, Lord, for your patience. In Jesus' name. And forgive us for our sins. Amen. 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 All right. So we got where does your head hurt? What's good, Karma? Karma in the building. Why does my head hurt? Like in my temple. It's like a migraine, right? Like from here. It's not really a headache, right? So like from my neck to my temple, it's like a migraine, right? I need to get a massage or something. I don't know. Got Theo 3 and D. I said 3-0. We got Theo 3 and D. What's good, brethren? So Terence Crawford, the modern day GOAT of boxing. Hey, not mad at that. I agree. I agree. I definitely agree. All right, let's get it, man. So I watched the interview today. No, you know what? First off, we're going to start off with MJ Akhmadaliev, man. We're going to start off with MJ Akhmadaliev, and I want to show you this, man, because, you know, we were talking about it yesterday, and I said when you say, oh, it's a tension headache, yeah. A tension headache, box side. Got too much tensions. Too much tensions. Too many tensions. But, yeah, okay, hold on, chat. So apparently Eddie Hearn, I'm just seeing this. Eddie Hearn talks about making Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano 3 in 2025. Well, I actually heard him say that before, but I never heard this part. He says that if that doesn't happen, Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano 3 in Ireland. He said they're looking for Katie Taylor versus Chantel Cameron 3. And I've been saying this. That's a fight that I like to see. I don't mind seeing Amanda Serrano and Katie Taylor for a third time, because they're great fights. But the truth of the matter is, whether we agree with it or not, whether we think it's right or not, Katie Taylor won twice. So I think it's kind of hard to justify a trilogy when one person won 2 times. Like, it wasn't a draw and a win. It wasn't a win. It wasn't like an exchange of wins. It wasn't one person won, another person lost, and then one person lost, then that same person lost, and then the other person won. Like, they exchanged wins. Or it wasn't a draw, then a win. It was 2 wins for Katie Taylor. Now, I personally thought Amanda Serrano won the second fight, but it was Katie Taylor twice. So I would prefer to see Katie Taylor and Chantel Cameron. I know Chantel Cameron's not as popular as Amanda Serrano, but Chantel Cameron, she actually beat Katie Taylor. You know, she beat Katie Taylor the first time, right? Yeah, she won the first time, then Katie Taylor won the second time. Boom, trilogy. I like that, you know, but I wouldn't be mad at Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano either. But to me, it should be prioritized Chantel Cameron and Katie Taylor. But that's just my thoughts. But Eddie Hearn has seemingly just said that he was going to try to make that. But I want to show y'all this as well, man. So this is MJ Akhmadaliev, the guy who's been the mandatory for the WBA for Naoya Inoue's belt at 122. So let's hear what he had to say in regards to fighting or not fighting Inoue, man. He had a message for the champion, you know. Check it out right here, MJ Akhmadaliev. I ain't gonna lie, he looked like he need to blink twice. He might be in trouble, man. He might be in the sunken place. Hello, you feel me? Why he looking like that? He look like he's seen a ghost.
Inoue stop ducking me.
Mm.
One fight, Uzbek power coming. Let's go, champ. You know, yeah, stop ducking.
All right, Shannon Briggs, let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. That sounded like Shannon Briggs.
Uzbek power coming. Let's go, champ.
Shout out to MJ Medallia, boy. I swear, anyway, groupies, bro. This is the face that they see in their nightmares, man. I promise you. Like I said, I think that in a way beats MJ Medallia. You know, I think MJ loses to Inoue, but that still doesn't change the fact that in a way that MJ Medallia deserves his opportunity for the fight, man. You know, and but I will say this though, he better be careful because he's fighting Ricardo Espinosa this weekend in Monte Carlo. Good Lord willing, do not overlook him, man. I hope he's not overlooking Ricardo Espinosa because yeah, you just never know in boxing, man. You know, boxing has a way of you know, being brutal. You know, it's a brutal sport, and if he's looking for it in a way and consistently calling him out and not looking towards what's buddy name? Ricardo Espinosa, man, that could not bode well for him. So, you know, like I said, he seems like a focused guy. I think he would be focusing on his opponent, but still just don't pay too much attention to what's not there yet and overlook what is there, and that could be a butt whooping coming from Ricardo Espinosa if he's not careful, man. But that's just my opinion on that. Yeah, so he said we got Ryan Frazier in the building. What's good, brethren? He looks like a bobblehead. He does look like a bobblehead. Big old head and little body. He definitely looks like a bobblehead in that clip. That's a fact. You know, hey, shout out to Ryan Frazier, man. My boy said he's going to be interviewing Jenny Savage. I'm not familiar with her, but I did you know what I'm saying, did a little surface level research. I looked into her a little bit. I see she's part of the Misfits Boxing, and she fought I don't remember her name, but she got the pornos and stuff like that. I can't remember her name. But yeah, I believe she lost her last fight, Misfit Boxing, but she also has an MMA background. Her name is Jenny Savage. So shout out to Ryan, man. I'm gonna try to tune in for that interview. I left a question. You know, he asked us to drop a question that we want her to answer. So please go ahead and do that, man. Ryan Frazier just dropped that on his YouTube. So drop a question that you would like Jenny Savage to answer. You know, what you would like to know about her. I didn't know much about her, still don't, but I found a question. You know what I'm saying? Her nickname is Tennessee Gangster. I said, how she get that name? You know what I'm talking about? I'm saying? She out there in them streets. You know what I'm talking about? Pro Box tonight. That's right. Pro Box is tonight. Yep, that Contender joint. Yep, that's a fact. Karma, I appreciate you for hitting up the live last night. Yo, shout out to Karma was there. Shout out to Oscar was there. Shout out to Smoochie was there. Dub came through. Ty came through, man. The homies, yeah, man. We deep in there. Also in Billy vs. Munguia. Yes, sir. And Billy vs. Munguia is going to be fire. More fire. So I'm looking forward to that, man. And Billy vs. Munguia. Yes, sir. Funko Pop. What that mean? Also, MJ, a worse duck than Benavidez, just smaller ways don't get attention like that. Thank you, Oscar. That message cringe as hell, though. Yes, I'm telling you, brother. Situation, people just don't care. They say, oh, now anyway, could go to 126, fight Bruce Juju Carrington, fight Rafael Espinosa. He could drop down and fight Bam Rodriguez at 115. He could fight Juta Nakatani at 118. People don't care, but so they think that other fighters don't exist. There's a lot of fighters that exist there, but it's so funny that I want to join Misfits. Yeah, you look like you'll fit right in. You know, I think they allow PEDs, so yeah, that's right up your alley. Go ahead. Also, yeah, I think that it's a much worse duck than Canelo ducking Benavidez or Bud ducking Crawford. I mean, or Bud ducking Crawford, or Boots ducking, or Crawford ducking Boots, or Boots ducking Virgil Ortiz. I think it's worse. You know, and I'm now, like I said, now anyways a man, so I don't mind it. But if you're gonna call other people duck so adamantly and so loudly and so consistently, then we gotta keep the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, somebody's actions aren't any different. The actions don't change based on who's doing it. You know what I'm saying? If you robbed a bank, I don't care if you're famous and rob a bank, or you broke and unknown and lame and rob the bank. The same bank still getting robbed. You know what I'm saying? People like to, you know, but I mean that's what, you know, a lot of times that happens, you know. But yeah, so I do think, I hope MJ gets the fight. And I think that I think if he does get the fight, I think that he anyway wins. But that just means that he doesn't deserve the opportunity to try. So yeah. So I also want to say, I'm trying to get this little thing real quick. All right, so here you go. So also too, but yeah, I just want to say MJ Akmadali should be careful because you don't want to overlook anybody. Ricardo Espinosa, like I say, he's not super known, but you know, it's still a fighter you want to respect. You know, that's what you got to do in boxing. Now let's get to Terence Bud Crawford, man. So Terence Bud Crawford, you know, it's just so funny because we were just talking about this earlier in the morning show, and other times too, right? Throughout Boxing Talk's short lifespan, right? Boxing Talk. Yeah, you know what? I want to show y'all this too, chat. Shout out to Dr. Boxing Talk, the channel, man. Shout out to the Boxing Talk family. Look at this, chat. I wanted to show y'all this, man. You know what I'm saying? Look at this, chat. Look at this, chat. Can y'all see that? It's my dog birthday. It's my dog birthday. It's my dog birthday. Yes, sir. It's your channel's first birthday. I saw this today. You know what I'm saying? A year on from your first video. Y'all can't see it because it's a little. Yeah. A year on from your first video. It's time to reflect and celebrate. It's your channel's first birthday. So I got that text today, man. So today is, I told y'all we started this channel a year ago, man. So December 11th. Today is a 1-year anniversary of the birth of this channel, man. So shout out to y'all for rocking with me, man. And those that have been rocking with me for a long time. Thank y'all. We got many more years to go, good Lord willing. So let's keep it rocking. But yeah, so Terence Crawford has said, you know, he's been very adamant about pursuing the Canelo fight. So a lot of people are like, okay, you know, Terence Crawford, he's been fighting once per year for about 3 years now, something like that. And he hasn't really been the most active boxer, right? So people are thinking that, you know, time's winding down. You know, he's 37 years old. He already fought. He's already been undisputed in two weight classes. You know, he's an all-time great already, no matter what happens or what transpires from here on out to the end of his career, whether he retires right now or he keeps going. You know, he has a great career. You know, he's still adding to it. And so I think that a lot of people are thinking that, are under the impression, and rightfully so, that if he lands a Canelo fight, that's it. He's not going to do anymore after Cinnamon, you know? And I think that's a good assumption. Yo, shout out to Karma dropping the graffiti on the chat walls, that big orange, you know what I'm saying? Dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. Happy birthday to the channel. Thank you for the kisses. I'll grab all them kisses. There you go. Put it on. Hopefully heal my head too. Hold on. Shout out to Karma dropping a big dub on the chat. You know what I'm saying? Coming through like a boss. Yes, sir, man. One time for the ladies holding it down for the support. Okay, man. Thank you so much, Karma. I appreciate the happy birthday on the channel, man. Thank you so much. Said he doesn't deserve it. Tapal's walked away with all of his Dahlia lottery shot. I'm telling you. That's what people think, Karma. He doesn't deserve it. And to me, I think that's so crazy. Like, he has a split. He lost by split decision, yes. He dropped the ball, of course. But don't we see fighters get a title, like, so he should never get a title shot again because he lost one fight by split decision? Like, to me, that's crazy. Like, you know, we like, does Dahlia Inoue only fight undefeated fighters for the rest of his career? Was TJ Doheny undefeated? You know, if we're gonna go with that notion, you know what I'm saying? Like, did TJ Doheny deserve the fight? Did Louis Neary deserve the fight? You see what I'm saying? So, like, yeah, he lost one fight, but he bounced back. He beat Kevin Gonzalez. It's so funny that the same people that are saying, you know, he doesn't deserve the fight, they want Subriel Matias to jump right in to a championship fight against Richardson Hitchens, and he only fought one guy, Ramirez. And Ramirez wasn't an undefeated 23-0 or 26-0 champion like Kevin Gonzalez was, or contender, excuse me. So I just think it's so funny. But yeah, that's what people say, Carmen. I mean, maybe people feel that way, but I think it's crazy. I mean, the man built himself back up, and he's doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I think MJ Akmadali deserves it. Whether he's gonna get it or not, I don't know. You know, I mean, I don't think so. And if Nahya Inoue doesn't want to fight him, whatever, it's cool. But to make it seem like he doesn't deserve it, you know, Nahya Inoue is talking about fighting David Picasso, who's a #1 ranked opponent in the WBC. He's an undefeated contender. Does he deserve the fight? Like, he hasn't been mandatory for longer than MJ Akmadali. but I just think he's less of a threat. And yeah, I think it's crazy. I think everybody deserves their shot. Now, like I said, I think Inoue beats him, but everybody deserves the opportunity. That's the whole point of the ranking. So I don't know, man. That's just my opinion on it. I was at the fight. I saw him lose from the front row. Oh, really? You were at that fight? That's what's up. That was a good fight. Him and Marlon Tapales. It said Duan. Is that how you pronounce it? Duan? It's not Dwayne, right? Because yeah, Duan Roney said Bud is not ducking no boots. He didn't want to fight Virgil Ortiz. Yeah, I don't know who said he was ducking boots, but okay. I agree, he was not ducking. El Jefe for the ladies and the kid. Yes, La Jefa for the ladies. You know what I'm talking about? Chubby Biscuit, big Chubby Biscuit. I was at the fight. Yeah, that's dope. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Hey, started from the bottom, now we're here. Let's get right. Shout out to my boy Oscar dropping that graffiti on the chat walls with that bread, that cheese, that butter. He said, wasn't here since the beginning. I'm here now, though. Shoot, as far as I remember, you've been here, so I appreciate it, bro. It seems like you have, so your presence is felt and appreciated. Congrats on the anniversary, mi hermano, man. Shout out to you, mi hermano. Thank you. Gracias, mi hermano. I appreciate it, man. Muchos gracias, mi hermano. Thank you for the big $5. You know what I'm talking about? Graffiti on the chat balls. Big biscuits, dub. But, yeah, I agree with you, Duan. I don't think, I mean, I didn't say that, but if you're just making a statement, general statement, I agree with that general statement. I don't think that Bud ducked boots. I don't think Bud ducked anybody, but I don't think that I definitely disagree with the latter part. You said that Boots, he didn't want to fight Virgil Ortiz. I don't think that has anything to do with Boots and Bud not fighting. And I disagree that, yeah, Boots didn't want to fight Virgil Ortiz, but I don't think that's a bad thing. I mean, he's a champion in 147. But I do agree with you. If people are going to say that Bud ducked Boots, then, I mean, then Boots, like I said, the optics are bad. It looks like he ducked Virgil Ortiz. But in my opinion, you can't duck somebody that's not in your division. That doesn't even make sense, you know. But let's get back to what's ahead, man. Thank y'all so much for the love. Shout out to Karma. Shout out to Dub. I mean, shout out to Dub, too. But shout out to Karma. Shout out to Oscar. You know what I'm saying? Mi hermano and mi hermana. You know what I'm talking about? But, yeah, I think that Bud is set talk about a lot of people are under the pressure that if he doesn't get Canelo, which is a big fight monetarily mostly, which is nothing wrong with that, a lot of people are under the impression that he'll retire. And I've always said that I would even prefer him to fight guys at 154 to pursue an undisputed title in the third division. I think that'd be dope, you know. But I understand the Canelo pursuit too, because that'd be dope too. Beat somebody that's 2 weight divisions above where you're currently at. Like, I don't even think Bud is a real 154 pounder. You know, he just arrived. He's been there for one time, and he beat an undefeated champion in his debut, which is crazy. I don't know why people are just because he had a close fight or, you know, he struggled. Like, that's why we have weight classes. You know, is he supposed to go up a weight class and still be the same as dominant as he was at 140, 147? No, that's the whole significance of moving up, to test your might somewhere else. And yes, it's going to get a little harder because you're not naturally fit for that size or that weight class. And he did his thing, you know what I'm saying? So, so I consider him a 147 pounder. So for him to go from 147 to fight a guy at 168, you know, well, I mean, really, you know, he started off lower than that, you know, of course, but I'm talking about, I think he's more closer to a natural 147, and to go and fight somebody at 168, 3 divisions higher than you, or let's say he's a 154, that's still 2 divisions higher. And not only that, Canelo's been a champion at 175, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that would be very impressive for him to do that, and I think that would be a hell of a addition to his legacy, man. I don't think too many people could say that he's not the best if he accomplishes that. Like I said, I think Canelo wins. I think Canelo beats Bud, but that'd be a hell of a feat. But like I said, a lot of people think that he might retire if he doesn't get that fight. Well, Bud kind of answered that question. I was talking about the Boots fanboys, Bob. But no, I got you. Yeah, I agree with that, but I don't think anybody said that in here. Not not today, but I do agree with you, though. I do agree with you, man. I don't think anybody ducking. I don't think Bud is ducking Boots. I think that thought is crazy. You know what I'm saying? But hey, people think a lot of crazy things these days. But let's get it, man. Let's hear what Bud has to say in regards to what he's gonna do potentially if he doesn't get the Canelo fight.
Absolutely deserve it. As I said, you're a pound for pound king. If it isn't Canelo next year, are you done from the sport, Terence?
I wouldn't say that. Right now, I'm just weighing out my options and looking for the best opportunities and options for Terence Crawford in my career.
Absolutely. Last one.
And I love that answer, man. He said, you know, basically said, I'm going to do what's best for me, as he should. I think that most boxers, most people, not just boxers, everybody should do what's best for them, regardless of what people are chatting about, especially on Twitter. You know, we're very critical as especially the boxing fan base, you know, sports period, but especially boxing. We're very critical of what these fighters do and their choices. And then when they get hurt, you know what I'm saying, or something worse if they, happens, or let's say they lose, then we forget about them, man. So it's like we want to talk about a topic for 2 seconds and then even forget that 2 seconds later and just throw them away. So I thought it was good to hear that he's not considering retirement. He said he wouldn't say that. He's exploring other options. And what could those other options be? I could think of a lot of potential great fights and lucrative fights that Terence Crawford could have. That's not Canelo. Canelo's definitely, he's a cash cow. He's the face of boxing, and that'd be the most impressive feat if he could beat Canelo, old Cinnamon. But what if Jermell Charlo comes back? He's been flirting with coming back, teasing, and we know what, infamously when Terence Crawford was talking trash to him after he beat Errol Spence when Jermell Charlo was in the crowd, who wouldn't love that fight? You know what I'm saying? If Jermell Charlo comes back, those rumors about him coming back and fighting Jesus Ramos. We know that's not true because Jesus Ramos is fighting Jason Rosario, a.k.a. Banana. Pause. No Diddy. He's talking about fighting Banana on the... When's he fighting? Is that on the David Benavidez card or the Tank card? I don't remember. One of those cards is Jesus Ramos versus Jason Rosario. And so we know he's not fighting Jermell Charlo. But Jermell Charlo came back and got like a tune-up and then came back and fought Terence Crawford. That'd be great. I would love that. That's number one. That's one potential fight. What about another champion? Remember, shout out to my boy Candy Slim coming through, dropping that graffiti on the chat walls with that bread, that cheese, that butter. Shout out to my guy, Candy Slim, man. Candy Slim in the building, making a big entrance. He said, congrats on the anniversary, man. Thank you, brother. Guy here maybe a month ago, but appreciate the sober common sense, no cap boxes. Man, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that, man. Shout out to you. Salute, King. Salutations to you too, brethren. Yes, sir. Keep grinding. Thank you. Thank you so much, King. I appreciate that, man. Shout out to all the kings and queens out there, man. That really means a lot, bro. I appreciate the encouragement and I appreciate the appreciation. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you as well, man. Thank you so much, bro. Yeah, so I think that Terence Crawford, you got to remember, right? Sebastian Fundora's out there. We were just talking about Sebastian Fundora, and I have him pointed, the arrow pointing to Sebastian Fundora right now. I was watching the interview where Sebastian Fundora was talking about Terence Crawford. I showed it this morning, and they were having conversations. The guy that was interviewing him was saying, how are you and Terence Crawford get along? And he was like, yeah, man, we have conversations. This is my first time meeting him. We're on good terms and we're friendly. And he said, but if we have to fight, I would welcome that fight. But if that fight doesn't happen, I'm cool. I'm establishing my own legacy. I love that answer from Sebastian Fundora. And Terence Crawford, remember, he was called as a mandatory for the WBO, which is one of Sebastian Fundora's belts that he won off of Tim Tszyu, right? He has a WBO and the WBC. So in order for Terence Crawford to move forward, he could go through Sebastian Fundora, and he stepped aside and let Spence get it. I feel like he did that to show love to his brethren and Errol Spence, but if that fight doesn't go through, then I'm sure that he would Sebastian Fundora would agree to fight Terence Crawford. So that's another fight that's great, and if Terence Crawford beats him, that's 2 belts. Now he has 3. You know what I'm saying? I have the WBA, which he has right now, the WBC and the WBO if he beats Sebastian Fundora. So that'd be a hell of a unification. And then of course we have Bakram. I know Bakram would be excited, probably licking his chops to fight Terence Crawford. And I don't think Terence Crawford will shy away from that challenge either. If that's what he wants to do. And let's say that has nothing to do with unifications or going for undisputed at 154. What's another fight that we talked about, right? I don't like this fight at all because I don't think it's good for, one of the participants' well-being. But a lot of people would be interested in Errol Spence versus Terence Crawford at 154. I don't like it because I think I don't think the way he beat on Errol Spence, I don't even think a weight division could save him. You know what I'm saying? I like Errol Spence. I like them both. Yeah, I don't think that'd be good, but if that's what they want, I know a lot of people will watch that fight again too at 154. So I just named off the top of my head 4 options. Jermell Charlo, Sebastian Fundora, Bakram Murtazaliev, and Errol Spence. That's just off the top of my head. What about Terence Crawford and Virgil Ortiz? Maybe remember that Big Turk. That was the original deal, right? For Terence Crawford to fight Virgil Ortiz on the same card on the same night as Shakur Stevenson versus William Zepeda. Remember that? And they shook on national TV and Oscar was cheering and stuff like that. That fight didn't come into fruition. But who wouldn't be excited about Bud versus Virgil Ortiz? So what about Bud versus Boots if the money is right? So that's 6 options right there. We just spitballing, you know what I'm saying? None of this is premeditated, just off the top from watching boxing. So I think that Terence Crawford has a lot of options. It's not just limited to Canelo, but of course Canelo is the most lucrative and the most appealing and interesting and intriguing because of what he's been doing. You know, he's been campaigning for the Canelo fight. So I love to hear that, because like Terence Bud Crawford, I think when he does retire, I think it'll leave a void in the sport. You know, same with Alexander Usyk, same with Canelo, same with Tank. Like, these are all same with Anthony Joshua. You can go on and on. Like, whether you like these guys or dislike these guys, they're very big in the sport. You know what I'm saying? They are the LeBron, the Jokic, the Giannis, the Steph Curry of boxers right now. You know, those guys are really putting on the best fights or most interesting fights, whether we like it or not. You know, so I think that they would leave a void in the sport. So I love to hear that they're going to keep going. But at the same time, too, I don't want Terence Crawford to keep going to the point where he can't keep delivering the performances that we expect that are consistent of Terence Bud Crawford either. You know what I'm saying? If he's having some slippage, I much prefer for him to retire as opposed on his own accord, as opposed to letting the sport retire him like a Roy Jones or Nonito Donaire or Manny Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? Go on, James Toney, guys like that, where they just stayed on too long and they look like a shell of themselves. So, but yeah, I think that he has a lot still to offer. I think he's a far away from that decline. But shout out to him, man. I think that I love to hear that, man. It was a pretty good interview, too. It's only 4 minutes long. Go check it out. Can we agree on paper Fedor is the best champ? At the same time, being the weakest champ for the circumstances he obtained the belts? Yeah, I could agree on that, man. Shout out to Fedor. I do think that he is the... it's hard to forget that he got knocked out by Brian Mendoza. And it's hard to forget or overlook the fact that the circumstances in which he beat Tim Tszyu. You know, it's not his fault, you know. Well, I mean... it's more his fault than Tim Tszyu's, because it was his elbow, but he didn't do it intentionally. It was an inadvertent elbow, no malicious intent there, and he just capitalized on the situation. But prior to that, for those small sample size of 2 rounds, he got his lip busted and his nose broken or whatever it was. So he was leaking out his mouth and his nose in 2 rounds. So Tim Tszyu, I think the safe assumption, it's still an assumption, but I think the safe assumption would be assumed that if that cut didn't happen, then Tim Tszyu probably would have won. But you never know. Sebastian Fedor could bounce back. You know, I mean, look at what's his name? Lucas Body and Aston Silva, H2O Silva. Granted, those are lower tier fighters right now as they're up and coming, but Silva was winning every second of that fight, essentially, virtually every second of that fight. And he got knocked smooth out. So you never know what could happen. You know what I'm saying? Just because Tim Tszyu was winning that first, Sebastian Fedor still could have won. But, you know, I think that just from what we saw, I think that cut played a large role. And, hey, shout out to Sebastian Fedor. He capitalized on the situation that was at hand. So everybody can't do that either. So I got to give him credit. But I do think on paper, yeah, he has 2 belts, right? So it's hard to argue with that. But, yeah, I think in reality, I think that Terence Bud Crawford, who's the other champion against Fedor, I think Bud would be the favorite. And I think Bakram, especially right now after that destruction of Tim Tszyu, that quick, short, abrupt destruction of Tim Tszyu in 3 rounds, I think a lot of people have Bakram. But I want to say this too, you know, someone came to the channel I think this morning, and I didn't get to really elaborate on this. This notion that, this is my opinion now, this notion that because Terence Bud Crawford struggled with Israel Madrimov somehow means that Bakram Murtazaliev would destroy Bud because of what he did to Tim Tszyu. Bud's not Tim Tszyu. Tim Tszyu's not Bud. Bakram's not Israel Madrimov. Madrimov's not Bakram Murtazaliev. And the reason why I say that is because a lot of people try to make connections where they don't really exist. You know, styles make fights, and stylistically, Bakram and Madrimov are not even close. Same with Terence Bud Crawford and Tim Tszyu. So just because you see one thing happen with one fighter doesn't mean that it's going to be consistent for all fighters. A perfect example, a better example is, you know, Manny Pacquiao versus Ricky Hatton and Floyd Mayweather versus Ricky Hatton. Floyd Mayweather stopped Ricky Hatton, but he did it in like the 10th round, right? And I thought it was very impressive. He hit him with a check hook and like matadored and moved, and Ricky Hatton went headfirst into the turnbuckle. So I thought that they were equally as impressive. But Pacquiao destroyed Hatton, I believe, in 2 rounds, right? So if you go off of that, would you not think that Pacquiao would have beat Floyd? Just because, you know, if you want to make these connections, I'm saying these connections, sometimes they work, but they don't always work. So even if you have 2 fighters that beat the same fighter, you can't say that one fighter is necessarily would beat the other one just because they beat him in more impressive fashion or whatever it is, or faster than the other one. Like, styles make fights. We say this all the time, but it's like when we conveniently omit that when it doesn't work in our favor for whatever narrative we're trying to kick. You know what I'm saying? That cliche is more than a cliche in boxing. It's the truth. Styles make fights. So, hey, shout out to my boy Ty, man, dropping that graffiti on the chat walls. You know what I'm saying? With that bread, that cheese, that butter. He said, gun to your head, spit a Lawrence and Coley verse. If not, take a shot. I don't know a Lawrence and Coley verse. This man trying to make me take a shot, bro. I had a headache, bro. Come on, man. I ain't got the Okoli mixtape, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my UK brethren, you know, especially the Nigerian Okoli, man. You know, I ain't got the mixtape on deck, man. I was still picking Floyd. Yeah, me too, B-Dog. I'm just saying, yeah, I agree. Shout out to B-Dog in the building. And shout out to my boy Ty, man. Thank you, bro, for that big $5, man. I really appreciate that, brethren. Big salute to you. I can't spit a Coley first, bro. I got you with the shot, though. I got to go to the, you know what I'm saying, see what I got in there. This man told me, that's not even fair, bro. Like, what? You could say a Lil Wayne verse. This man said Lawrence a Coley verse. It's crazy, bro. Shout out to Ty, man. I appreciate that. But yeah, I picked Floyd too. You know, I picked Floyd too, but a lot of people, they be reaching. So to me, now I don't even think that this is necessarily an accurate comparison, but it's a whole lot closer than Madrimov and Bakram. I don't know if people remember this guy. He's forgettable if you don't really pay attention to boxing. Or I'm not saying that in a condescending way either. I'm just saying, you know, he is forgettable. I'm not saying that in a condescending way towards him. I'm not saying that in a condescending way towards people who don't remember. But he wasn't really like that prolific of a champion. But Victor Postal, do y'all remember him? Victor Postal was a champion, I believe, at 140 when Terence Crawford fought him. He was an undefeated champion. He was tall, like Bakram. He was Eastern European, like Bakram. And he was a champion, like Bakram. And he used his range, kind of rangy. You know, he was kind of, I ain't gonna say super rangy, but he was rangy enough, like Bakram. He had a stiff jab and had good power. It wasn't like, I would say Bakram probably has more pop, but you know, he wasn't a weak puncher by any means. So to me, that's a better parallel. And if you remember what Terence Crawford did to him, you know, I think that that's a better comparison. But even still, Terence Crawford was at 140, which is more his weight class. Bakram is at 154, so that's something to consider as well. You know, it's the same Terence Crawford from stature, but I think it's more accurate of a comparison from a style standpoint. So, and Terence Crawford handled him well. I think that's a better comparison than Madrimov. The only thing that him and Madrimov have in common is that, you know, they were at 154. But Madrimov doesn't fight like Bakram. He said, shout out to my boy Ty, man, dropping that bread, that cheese, that butter. He said, gun to your head, spit a Birdman verse. Hey, come on, this one gonna cost you 3 shots. All right, give me a second. Let me think of a Birdman verse. Let me think of a Birdman verse. Okay, it's Stunner Island. Dollar after dollar. Flip the money in. No. Dang, hold on. How's it go? Okay, it's Stunner Island. Dollar after dollar. Getting chicken split and just get the money and the power. Come on now. Come on now. Give that one to me, bro. It's Stunner Hour. Dollar after dollar. Got the chicken and got the money and the power. Come on, bruh. Too late shot. That's crazy, bro. Hold on. I had to think about it a little bit, man. Okay, I give you another one. It's Birdman Daddy, I'm number one. Dang, how's it go, bro? It's Birdman Daddy, I'm number one. So we got it done. Bro, it's the we taking over verse from Birdman. I can't think of it right now. Birdman, bro, my homies will be ashamed of me because they always make fun of me, say I'm the only person on earth that like Birdman, think Birdman be spit. I rock with Birdman, bro. Birdman Daddy, I'm number one. I can't remember how I go, bro. You put me on the spot, man. Oh, I could do a number one stunner verse. Come on, man. That one gonna cost you. He said too late shot time. It's crazy. I got y'all at the end of it. I got y'all. Well, I can't. That's crazy. Or I could do start with straight shots and then pop bottles. Vert with the hood rats, then pop models. I can't think of it, bro. You put me on the spot, bro. Got a quarter tank of gas and my socks don't match. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Shout out to Mateo. What's good, bro? He said, salute, Dr. Box. I was joking. Sorry if I fit. No, you didn't, bro. You didn't, bro. Shout out to you. I knew you was joking. You talking about from this morning, bro? You good, bro? Nah, you good, bro. You ain't feel me. I don't. Oh, you might have got timed up. I didn't time you out. Shout out to one of my mods. You know what I'm saying? One of my mods handled that. I didn't time you out, but shout out to one of my mods, man. They just, you know, sometimes people come in trolling it. We don't know, but nah, you good, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Shout out to Mateo. I appreciate the apology, but now you good, bro. I ain't tripping. I'm not tripping at all, man. You know. But my mod's good shooters now. You know, my mod's got the blicky, got a quarter gas. Yes, sir, man. But yeah, so now I got you with the shot though, man. I ain't split the whole verse, so I ain't dropped the full 16, man. So I got you, bro. A deal is a deal. But yeah, man, I think with Bud, I think Victor Postal, that would be a more accurate comparison. But even still, there's still gaps in that, right? Because like I said, this would be at 154. And even though a guy at 140 didn't give you trouble, you're more comfortable and acclimated to that weight. So you go to 154, it might be a whole different story, you know. And Bakram is not Victor Postal. But I think that Terence Bud Crawford could handle Bakram style. But we'll see, you know. I think that's why 154 is so hot, right? Because you have Terence Bud Crawford, you have Bakram Murtazali, you have Sebastian Fundora, you have Virgil Ortiz, you have Erickson Hammer Lubin, who's supposedly fighting Erickson Hammer Lubin is supposed to be. I saw something about him fighting somebody. I can't remember. But yeah, you have Charles Conwell, you have Xander Zayas, you have Israel Madrimal, Serhii Boachuk. There's so many people there. It's so deep, man. Jesus Ramos, man, it's crazy. The young boy Jonas Tellis. There's so many people at 154. It's a hot division, man. So Tim Tszyu still there. I think he can make a resurgence. Who is Erickson Lubin rumored to fight, man? I just saw it. I can't remember. He still got Brian Mendoza there too. He's a formidable fighter. Nobody time Mateo. We know you, family. Yeah, you good. Yeah, you good. Yeah, nobody time. Yeah, you good, bro. One shot, double or nothing beats two. Who said that? I ain't agree to that. Boss is what I does. Yes, sir. I didn't agree to the double or nothing, man. This man trying to get me drunk, man. I can't keep up with you, Oscar. Chill out, bro. Chill out, bro. Hey, you out here snitching. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Now you out here snitching.
All right. I'm putting cases on all you bitches.
I almost cheated and pulled up a verse. I got to refer. I'm mad that I didn't remember a Birdman verse. That's crazy, bro. That's sad, bro. 5-star general, bro. That's crazy. But yeah, yeah. So I think that what was I saying? Yeah, I think that's a more. I think Terence Crawford. I don't see for me. I think he's a favorite at 154 in every fight. You know, I think that the biggest challenge for him is a guy that's not currently active. That's Jermell Charlo. But I think that he beats him too. You know, well, I ain't gonna say I have to think about it, but I would lean towards Terence Bud Crawford until proven otherwise. But there's a lot of good fights. Anybody can beat anybody. Would I be surprised if Bakram and Bud fought and Bakram won? No, Murtazali is nice. You know, we're one of the few channels that believed that was a good fight between him and Tim Tszyu. I thought that Tim Tszyu was gonna win. All full disclosure, I thought Tim Tszyu was going to win, but I thought he was going to win a close decision. Shout out to my boy Ty. Ty thought that Bakram was going to win. I didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to be a close fight, but I thought Tim Tszyu was going to pull it out. I definitely didn't think it was going to be a 3-round destruction. He said, I'm a Martian. Hey, they said name 3 Trey Songz albums. I can't name 3 Trey Songz. I can name some songs. I can't name 3 Trey Songz albums. But yeah, so moving on, man. Y'all let me know so if Bud was to fight somebody that wasn't Canelo, who would y'all be interested in him fighting? That's what I want to ask a question for the chat. If he wasn't fighting Canelo, who would y'all be most interested in seeing Bud fight next? Not name Cinnamon. And for me, if I could go in the inactive bag, I would go with Jermell Charlo. I love that fight, just from the trash talk too and the history that they have. But if we go with the active fighters, I would like to see him versus Bakram. I would like to see that fight. The way he stopped Tszyu was definitely a statement. Yes, sir. Facts. I can't even name 3 songs. Really? Girl, you gonna think I invented. Isn't that him? You gonna think I invented sex? Isn't that Trey Songz? If Ennis sex, and then I bet the neighbors know my name. I love that song. That song be. I don't like Trey Songz, but that song go crazy. I bet the neighbors know my name. The way you scream is running. That shit go crazy. And then he got that Lemonade remix. You know that Gucci song Lemonade. He did a little version on his mixtape. So yeah, I can name 3. And what's the other one? Drop it low. Wasn't that Trey Songz song? Drop it low, drop it low, girl. Drop it low, girl. I think that was his song too. And then I remember the remix with like Lil Wayne and stuff like that. Neighbors Know My Name go crazy. Neighbors Know My Name. Nah, that's not Dream. Close though. Shout out to Dream. Dream is what's that song? What's that song I like by Dream, bro? American Dream. Dang. Oh man. Where you say like the why can't I think of it? L to the O, V to the E. That's Dream. That's what K to the I. Love King. Yeah, Love King. N to the G. That's my song right there. And then there's another one too. There's another one that go crazy, bro. It's with him and Drake. I can't remember. And I remember Cry too. Cry is Dream. And go cry. That's Dream. And there's another one that go crazy. I love that song though. I can't remember right now. Oh yeah, Say I. Yep, Say I's Trey Songz too. Yep, that's a fact. My father raised me a certain way. He would disown me if I listen to that shit. I'll take the shots happily. It's been a fab verse. Oh my goodness, fabulous. Oh my FABOLOUS. Oh, Shalit. Successful. Yep, successful too. Oh, come on. You see the pimp right there. Shout out to Pimp C, man. UGK. You see Pimp C over there. Stop playing, man. Uncle Chad. That's Karma's area right there. That's Texas. I put my finger in and see that hairy asshole. That's Pimp C. When I pop up from the back, I see that hairy asshole. Oh boy, rest in peace, Pimp C, man. He was on some crazy stuff. But yeah, man. I would like to see him fight Baccarat, man. If not Canelo, I would like to see him Baccarat. Like I said, I'm not really too hype about the Canelo fight. I think that's more for like, no disrespect to anybody who really wants to see that fight. I like the fight because it's Terence Crawford, you know what I'm saying, doing phenomenal things again. But I'm not really a big fan of fighters fighting so far out their weight class. I think they have weight divisions for a reason. But if anybody can accomplish that, it's Terence Crawford. So that's why I think that you have to give him a chance because he's undisputed twice. He's undefeated in 40 fights, 41 or something like that. And he's been doing such great things, so you can't really doubt him. So I have Canelo winning in that fight because I think Canelo is a great fighter too. First undisputed ever at super middleweight, 168, is Canelo Alvarez. He's been all the way up to light heavyweight and got a title. He fought all the greats, you know what I'm saying, from the GOAT and Floyd Mayweather to Austin No Doubt Trout to freaking I don't know, Sugar Shane Mosley to Dmitry Bivol, Sergey Kovalev to Triple G, you know. So Canelo is just a dog, man. He's been around for a while. To Miguel Cotto, he fought them all. So shout out to Canelo. I think that's a good fight still, but I think Canelo takes it, man. Old Cinnamon. But yeah, moving on, man. I also want to talk about Boots, Jaron Boots Ennis. I want the money in the cars are the clothes, the hoes. Yes, sir. I suppose. I just wanna be successful. Yeah, that's a dope song too. That's a dope song too. But yeah, I don't really rock with Trey Songz. I think I told y'all that story that I thought was real corny when he came to my to a homecoming concert at my university. I ain't like how he did that girl on stage, man. He did her dirty, bro. I ain't like that. So ever since then, I was like, I just look at him like he corny, you know. I ain't like that. But yeah. So with Boots now, man. Boots shared some bad news for TEO, man. How excited are we for the TEO fight? Are we really that excited for Boots versus TEO? I mean, I'm interested in it. Am I excited? I don't know if I'm excited. I'm interested. Excited? I'm intrigued. Excited? I don't know. But Boots has said what we should already know, right? Which was what I've already said, which is what he's already said, if you really listen, which is what Eddie Hearn has already said, what his actions already reflected. He stayed at 147 to keep his belt
because he was going to stay at 147. That's why that's why he decided to fight Karen Chukadzan, who nobody wanted to see for a second time, to satisfy the IBF mandatory in order to retain his belt. So that leads us to believe, people with common sense, that he wants to stay at 147. So him wanting to stay at 147, guess who's not at 147? Not only is Virgil Ortiz not at 147, Teofimo's not at 147, at least not officially yet. He's still a 140-pound champion. Now, he could use his 140-pound champion in the WBO and impose his right to Brian Norman's championship at 140, at 147, who's a WBO champion, Brian Norman, which he said he'd do, but he didn't do that. You know, he didn't see that. Like, once Brian Norman acquired the title from Giovanni Santillan, then, you know, he got quiet. You know what I'm saying? He stopped calling him out because that fight was realistic. I don't think Teofimo's calling out anybody as realistic. I think he's just doing it to stay relevant. With that being said, I still would like him to fight Teofimo if that fight actually presents itself, because, I mean, I wouldn't be mad at it. You know, if Teofimo called him out and he moves to 147, then yeah. And the reason why I wouldn't mind is because, in my opinion, from what I see, you know, things change with fluidity in boxing, right? Changes quite a bit. But it seems to me like all the other champions are occupied, you know, and Boots is saying that, yeah, I'll fight Teofimo, but my priority is to unify. So that kind of, you know, he's kind of like, yeah, man, if I can't unify, then I'll come back to my side piece, which is Teo. You know what I'm saying? If I can't get the main, I'm going to come to my side piece. So he treated Teo like a side piece, man, and I don't mind it, you know, because he said he wants to unify. Now, I will say this. The reason why I like the Teo fight is because I see that as a stay busy fight, if you will, and it's a good, interesting stay busy fight with a high-profile fighter, you know, because Teofimo is a high-profile fighter. And I think that you could do that in the interim until the other champions aren't busy, because Mario Barrios is heavily entertaining Manny Pacquiao and Conor Benn, right? Conor Benn has said, we sent 2 offers. Nobody cares, bro. I'm so sick of this. I sent offer. What kind of offer, bro? Anybody can send an offer. Does that mean that you're going to accept because you said the offer? Like, that's how you know it's the internet just be going crazy, ready to go crazy, because just because you said the two offers, you can send 1,000 offers. If none of the offers are adequate, are sufficient enough to get my attention, or appropriate compensations, you know, according to me and my self-valuation, then why does it matter the quantity of offers you sent if none of them are acceptable? Who cares? You know what I'm saying? But we just see 2 offers and we go crazy. But yeah, he said he sent Mario Barrios 2 offers, which I don't give a damn. But yeah, Mario Barrios, him and his coach Bob Santos have said, hey, you know, we want Manny Pacquiao or Conor Benn, which I don't blame him, you know. So Mario Barrios is essentially occupied, right? Unless Eddie Hearn sends him a bigger offer to make him entertain Jaron Ennis, right? So he's essentially occupied. No date or no venue or no location specified, but, you know, he just seemed like he's in talks with other people, entertaining other people. We know Montes Stanionis, who's a WBA champion, he's occupied fighting his mandatory in Shakram Giyashov, who, by the way, is a matchroom fighter, Eddie Hearn's fighter, Shakram Giyashov. That's definitive. He's fighting him. I believe they said in March. Don't quote me, but I believe in March, right? So he's occupied. Brian Norman Jr., the WBO champion, he's fighting Derek Cuevas. Remember, he was supposed to be fighting Derek Cuevas on the undercard of Keyshawn Davis back last month, but he injured his hand and it was postponed until March. So he's occupied. So that's why I don't mind the Teofimo fight. You know, other than that, I wouldn't really want it, because I want to see Boots unify. I think that'll definitely boost his profile. If I'm not saying he has to get undisputed, but I would like for him to get unified. Undisputed is preferable, but I think that he should definitely conquer the division before moving up to 154. And I feel the same way about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Bam Rodriguez. I think Bam Rodriguez should beat Fumaledi Cafu, and who's an undefeated champion at 115. Same with Fernando Puma Martinez, who's an undefeated champion at 115. I think he should take care of them before entertaining Junto Nakatani at a higher division, especially not Naoya Inoue at 2 higher weight classes. But that's just my personal preference. You know what I'm saying? I like for fighters, because I think when you do that, it builds experience, it builds momentum, and raises your profile, and you get those accolades. Because let's say that Boots, worst case scenario, goes up to 154 and he loses. Now he's just a 1-belt champion at 147. He didn't really do much at 147. Same with Bam Rodriguez. If he goes and fights Naoya Inoue, he's just a 1-belt champion at 115. That's not doing much. You know, same with Junto Nakatani. Junto Nakatani, like I said, I know I sound like a broken record for those of you that attend the stream, but this is just the truth. Junto Nakatani, I think it's a little premature for him to be talking about fighting Naoya Inoue. That's a very intriguing fight. I love that fight. In fact, I think Junto Nakatani could beat Naoya Inoue. But the fact still remains, he has 3 other undefeated champions in his division at 118 right now. Seiya Tsutsumi,
Ryosuke Nishida, and Yoshiki Takei, and then Junto Nakatani. All 4 of them are undefeated. So why are we rushing him to go fight Naoya Inoue, or even making fantasy fights with Bam Rodriguez, who are not in his division, and he has 3 other champions that are in his division that he could take care of and build his legacy further, you know? So I know they might seem boring because we don't pay attention as a whole to the smaller weight divisions, but you know, I think that'll help his intrigue. I mean, let's be honest, Naoya Inoue is considered a beast because he became undisputed in 2 weight divisions, right? I guarantee you, myself included, we can't name 3 champions that he got the belt from without referencing Google. You know why? Because he got undisputed. We don't even care. The fact that you got undisputed, you have to respect it. Undisputed in boxing is like the World Cup of soccer. You know what I'm saying? Undisputed is like, well, maybe not that much, maybe not the World Cup, but it's like the Premier League championship. You know what I'm saying? In soccer, it's like the NBA championship in basketball. It's like the Super Bowl of boxing. You know, it's like the Super Bowl of football. You know, it's like the Stanley Cup in hockey. Undisputed is when you were at the top, you cleaned out your division. Can't nobody argue with it. Hence, undisputed. You can't dispute me. You know, so yeah, I think that that's essential to building your legacy, to stand alone, you know. And I just think that it's imperative for somebody like Boots, who doesn't have an outgoing personality, who's not very personable, is not very charismatic, he's not very polarizing when it comes to his personality. I think it's imperative for him to build his legacy through accomplishments, similar to Terence Crawford. What was the knock on him? The fact that he was too conservative, he wasn't outgoing enough, he wasn't, I don't know, energetic, he wasn't polarizing, people didn't gravitate to him from a personality level, but they did with Errol Spence for whatever reason. Like he just didn't have it. But why is Terence Crawford in his position now? Because his fists did the talking, and he was still able to be successful. It took a longer time, but he's there now and he's arrived. I think that's what Boots needs as well. Unless, I think all fighters need that, unless you have like you're a Devin Haney, you have a Bill Haney. Like him or hate him, Bill Haney is polarizing, so Devin Haney doesn't have to be. Like him or hate him, Angel Garcia was polarizing, so Danny Swift Garcia didn't have to be. He's the one that drew people in, you know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford don't have that. Jaron Boots don't have that, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think it's very important for him to get at least unified. I would prefer undisputed, but at least unified at 147. I agree. Thank you, Duan. Thank you, bro. He said Alan Antoine Antonio. Oh, the Russells? They should fight the Russells? Name 3 of the Russell's middle name. Oh, you talking to this man, Ty. These are T.O. Pump Fake. I think T.O. Pump Fake in facts. Fact, great fight. Yeah. Appreciate it, bro. You ducked me twice. Who ducked you? Me? Me? Man, I'm still waiting on The Walking Dead, man. They could have offered a pack of gum for all we know. You feel me? You feel me, B-Dog? Yeah, we gave 2 offers, man. Get out of here, bro. You ain't trying to hear. We need to see the specifics. Add some further specificity to that. You gave 2 offers looking like what? And I'm going to be honest, I'm not pocket watching nobody, man. Y'all know my thing, man. I feel like that's not what grown men should do, man. And no disrespect, but I got to tell how I feel. This is the channel. That's what we're here for. I think if you worried about how much people are what price point people value themselves at, how much money they're getting, I think you a hoe. And well, maybe you might not be a hoe, but that's very hoe-ish. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you so interested in another man's pockets? Are you looking for a sugar daddy? Like, are you employed by them? If the answer is no, are you their financial advisor? If your answer is no to all 3 questions, none of the above, you know what I'm saying? Then why are you worried about somebody's pockets? Like I said, I'm gonna let Av talk to you about pocket watching.
Don't speak on how they pay you, because pocket watching us men shouldn't do, and that's just by nature. But thank you.
So shout out to Av, man, Shark City Av. What he said right there, he said pocket watching is something that men shouldn't do by nature. So if you pocket watching as a man, I don't care what reason you're doing it. If you're pocket watching, that means you're going against the natural grain of things as a man. I honestly feel that way, dog. So I feel like you shouldn't be asking, you shouldn't be checking nobody's pocket saying, oh, he's not worth this. Who cares how much Brian Norman asked for? You don't know what he values himself at. Who cares what Mario Barrios asked for? You don't know what he values himself at. How dare you tell Stanionis how much he should be compensated? That's for them to do their negotiations. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not carrying none of that stuff out, then I really don't understand why everybody talks about how much money this person was offered in their contract and how much money, oh, they're weak for turning this down because it's the most money they ever made. It still might not be enough. Someone got kicked up out of here. Oh, man, we got to get him up out of here. Spam the boots in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Someone not named Boots got the boot. That's tough. And, you know what I'm saying? Be on your best. I'm looking for a percentage. I'm looking for a percentage. I don't know if he got a middle name. They just call his ass Batman. I don't know his name. He said Noshida a real problem for Junto. Facts. Ryusuke and Noshida, yeah, and Sutsumi, Seiya Sutsumi, who just beat Takuma Inoue, now Inoue's brother. That's what he got. If you saw his gas tank, that thing's unlimited. So yeah, I think that Nakatani, once again, I think Bam Rodriguez beats Fernando Puma Martinez. I think he beats Fumaledi Cafu, but that's an essential part of his growth. You know what I'm saying? To let us know that he should challenge. He's equipped to challenge Junto Nakatani and Naoya Inoue. I think he is, but I think that would be good to build his career. Same with Junto Nakatani. I think Junto Nakatani's ready for Naoya Inoue right now, but he's still one of 4 champions. You know what I'm saying? Like it's like even a cruiserweight with Jai Apataya. Like I think that he's the best, but all of us say that he's the best. He has 1 belt. How? You know what I'm saying? Like it's so funny when it comes to certain fighters, we skip steps, but then other fighters, we want them to do the most. And when they even go above and beyond, like a Terence Crawford, we still want them to do other things to prove themselves. I thought it was so dumb. I know some people are going to disagree, but I thought it was so dumb and so irresponsible, as if you're call yourself a boxing purist and a content creator and all this stuff, and a media person, to say that Terence Crawford, or even imply that Terence Crawford needs to prove himself to get Canelo. I don't mind Canelo not fighting him, because I think Canelo, as a face of boxing, he could do whatever he wants and not do whatever he wants. That's the position that he's in. That's what he earned. But this notion that Terence Crawford has to go and fight David Benavidez to prove himself. Terence Crawford's 2 times undisputed. He's done proving himself. What else is there to prove? If he wants to fight somebody and they want to fight him, the fight happens. There's no proving yourself. He already proved himself his whole career, 41-0. 2 undisputed championships. Never lost. Boss. What is there to prove? Either Canelo's gonna fight him or he's not. There's nothing to prove. Like who says this nonsense? Did Roy Jones have to prove himself at heavyweight before he got John Ruiz? No, he just fought him because he was that guy. He didn't have to go fight another. He didn't have to go fight. I don't know. I'm just gonna throw out some heavyweights around that time. I have to go back at He didn't have to go fight Vladimir Klitschko. He didn't have to go fight Lennox Lewis. He just fought John Ruiz. If John Ruiz agreed, they fought. That's what happens when you're the man. Like I don't know that, like, it's just people just try to set up unnecessary roadblocks, because like a lot of people that say that is because they think that Terence Crawford might beat him. They're Canelo groupies. I'm a Canelo fan. Canelo's my favorite fighter, and I think Terence Crawford could beat Canelo. But I think if they fight, I think Canelo's gonna win. But that doesn't mean that Terence Crawford doesn't deserve the fight. What you mean? There's no proving yourself if you're Terence Crawford. You already did that. I'm sorry. That's like Floyd. Oh, Floyd has to prove himself to go fight. No, he doesn't. Did Canelo have to prove himself at light heavyweight to go fight? Who was it? Sergey Kovalev? No. He wants to fight. He gets to fight. That's all. You see what I'm saying? Like these aren't unknown fighters. Like it'll be different if you're saying, oh yeah, if it was no disrespect, but if it was Brian Norman or Brockram Murtazaliev, yeah, then they got to prove themselves because they're just a champion in one division with 1 belt. But once you 2 times undisputed, now you anyway don't got to prove himself to go get a title at 126 or 130. If he wants to fight Oshiki Foster, Shot gonna fight him. And if he doesn't want to fight him, then he won't fight him. That's it. Ain't no proving yourself. Get the freak out of here, man. We dealing with Canelo. Always remember, right? Irony in the building. What's good? Shout out to you, bro. Hey, bro, I meant to ask you. You said that you are a new uncle, man. Welcome to TEO Hood. Do you have a? Is it a boy or a girl? You had a nephew or a niece? I meant to ask you that this morning. I did ask you, but I think you left by then. You have a nephew or a niece, man. God bless the little one. You know. But yeah, I think that's crazy, man. Pull a shotgun, should. Pull a shotgun, should. Give him what? Pocket tap. You know what I'm saying? Check them pockets. Yes, sir. Yeah, check them pockets, man. Hit him with the shotgun, should. But yeah, I just think that's ridiculous, man. I think that it's a clear sign that people are scared for him to fight. It's a boy, Angelo. Let's go, man. Shout out to Angelo, man. Let's go. Shout out to little Angelo, man. Young Angelo. Congratulations to you and your your nephew and his parents. Appreciate you. You already know, man. Big. We got the Boxing Talk family is growing, man. We got little ones joining the gang. Let's go, man. Let's go, man. Shout out to you. Grape Street. Hey, what you know about that, Dub? What my boy said. What Briz say? What Briz say? Dub Briz say. I'm gonna pull up to all you Grape Street brothers and get them picked off. With that stick talk. That boy Briz be going in. That was a battle between Briz and Arsenal. That was a good one. It speaks for itself. 2000. Exactly, Duan. Exactly. It speaks for itself. Like, you know, it's just so funny. Like I said, I personally believe Naya Inoue, Terence Crawford, and Usyk are the top 3 pound for pound. I feel like that should be everybody's automatic top 3. Now, whatever order you have, I think they're interchangeable. Why? Because they both have similar accolades, very similar, phenomenal, amazing, superb accolades to be an undisputed 2-weight division. So if you want to have Usyk Inoue, then Crawford, that's cool. If you want to have Crawford, Usyk, then Inoue, that's cool. If you want to have Inoue, Crawford, then Usyk, that's cool. But to act like, I've never heard anybody say one time that Inoue has to prove himself to go fight Rafael Espinosa at 126. I never heard anybody say Inoue has to prove himself when they hypothetically say him and Tank should fight. So why Bud got to prove himself? I just don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Just say the truth, and the truth is you're a Canelo groupie, and you're scared that he might beat him. Like I said, Canelo's my favorite fighter. I have no shame in that, you know what I'm saying? But I always keep objectivity. You know what I'm saying? I'm not one of those Canelo fans that think that David Benavidez don't deserve the fight. He doesn't deserve the fight. He does deserve the fight. David Benavidez deserves a fight too. But Canelo's in the rarefied air to where, unfortunately, whether you like it or not, he is the face of boxing. What he says goes. If he wants to fight, it's going to happen. If he contrarily, if he doesn't want the fight, it's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? But I want that fight to happen. I don't think that David Benavidez does deserve. David Benavidez does deserve that fight, and I think Canelo would beat him. But you know, I never feel like I have to protect a fighter or I have to diminish another fighter to justify anything. Like, I think Canelo's that dude, and I think he beats Benavidez, and I think that if that fight with him and Terence Crawford happens, I think he beats Crawford too. But there's no proving yourself for Crawford. Crawford's already done that. He's past that phase. You know, same with David Benavidez. David Benavidez, he was in that spot. Now David Benavidez messed up too. He has to take some responsibility. You know, when he came in on that booger sugar, you know, and another time when he came in overweight, you know, he kind of messed up his chances. But at the same time too, I'm not going to pretend like that fight can't happen if Canelo wanted it. But I don't think Canelo's scared. I think for whatever, I don't know why he's not fighting him, but I don't think my boy ain't no duck now. Come on now, my boy named Cinnamon, not El Pato. Yeah, ain't no ducking now. He said, Mateo says, I'd rather have Bud. Me too. I'd rather him unify as well. And that's the thing too, Mateo. Unify, he could get undisputed in 2 fights, potentially. If he beats Fundora, that's 2 belts. And I'll have 3 belts. Sorry, because it'll be 3 belts because he has the WBA. Then he'll have Fundora's WBC and WBO. And then he fights Bakram for the IBF. Boom. He could get undisputed in 2 fights, bro. I said this from when he first went up there to go fight Israel Madrimov. Undisputed is only 3 fights away. That's crazy, bro. And he already has 1 down. Sorry, he has. Make sure I put down the right finger, not the wrong finger. I'm throwing the bird. He only has 2 more to go. He has 1 down with Israel Madrimov. He only has 2 more to go. You know, so because Fundora has 2 belts. You know, so and even if Fundora loses, whoever he loses to, if it's Errol Spence, that's a rematch. You know what I'm saying? And he'll have 2 belts again. Because as much as I love Errol Spence, you know, he's the truth, man. I think that he should get more love than he gets, you know. But, you know, we're American boxing fans, we don't like when a guy loses, you know what I'm saying? We first, on one hand, we say, oh, you know, the fighters should fight more and they shouldn't be worried about their O. But then when they lose their O, we throw them away. You know, so Errol Spence, he's one of those fighters that's a throwback fighter, bro. He fights anybody. He doesn't believe in tune-ups. We should celebrate him. You know, he's like that. David Benavidez has proven to be like that he's about that life. Even Tim Tszyu, he got his head knocked off by Bakram, but he seems like he'll fight anybody all the time. We should celebrate that. But, you know, then we just forget about the boxers and complain when other fighters notice that, and then they're more protective of their O or more strategic with their movements. You know what I'm saying? So it starts with us, I believe. That's just my personal opinion. Canelo will probably end up being remembered for the fights he did make as much as that. You think so, Irony? I don't think so, man. I think, I'm going to be honest, man. I think, in my personal opinion, I know it might sound like I'm defending them now, but I'm just telling what I feel is the truth. This is something we could debate, though. This is debatable for sure. Nothing definitive about what I'm about to say, but I think that I don't think anybody will remember the fights he didn't make. To be honest, I think that's a gross exaggeration. The only way I think people are going to remember David Benavidez, him not fighting David Benavidez, is if David Benavidez goes on to have a fantastic, illustrious career. You know, it's like Canelo when Floyd Mayweather fought him, right? Nobody would have remembered Floyd Mayweather fighting Canelo unless Canelo became what he became. So Canelo is a win for Floyd that got better as time progressed. You know what I'm saying? So there's losses that get better with time, and there's wins that get better at time. And of course, there's losses and wins that get worse with time too. You know, I don't think only person I could think, and correct me if I'm wrong, only person that he didn't fight that we knock him for were two people. They say the Triple G fight happened a little bit too late, which I think that's an exaggeration as well. It probably happened like maybe a year at most too late. And then David Benavidez. But let's look back at Floyd's career. Do you remember people were look? I mean, now tell me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody in chat, correct me if I'm wrong. I think Floyd's the GOAT. Right? Floyd had people that people said, oh, people are gonna remember him not fighting. When we talk about Floyd, does anybody remember that he didn't fight Paul the Punisher Williams? Shout out to Paul the Punisher Williams. You know, he had that horrific motorcycle accident. Big salute to him, where he's still paralyzed now. Shout out to him. But does anybody remember that was a big thing, that Floyd didn't fight Paul Punisher Williams? Oh, remember that Floyd didn't fight Keith Thurman and Errol Spence? That was another big thing too. They're like, oh, you're not fighting the up and coming guys, the guys that are up next. No one says that when remembering Floyd. No one brings up that he didn't fight Errol Spence. No one brings up that he didn't fight Keith Thurman. No one brings up that he didn't fight Paul the Punisher Williams. No one brings up. Remember he was supposed to fight Margarito before the glove gate. No one brings up that Floyd didn't fight Margarito. You see what I'm saying? Now, if David Benavidez goes on and has, like, if he goes on and beats Beterbiev and he does other things, then yeah, then he'll have a big name and then people remember. But if you don't have like a spectacular name, people aren't gonna remember that, bro. I'm telling you, bro. Because you know who Canelo fought? Oh, Canelo went up to light heavyweight and fought. He went up and fought Kovalev, right? We're gonna remember that. We're gonna remember he fought Triple G 3 times. We're gonna remember that. We're gonna remember he fought Floyd Mayweather, win or lose. We gonna remember that. We gonna remember he fought Miguel Cotto. We gonna remember he fought Sugar Shane Mosley. We gonna remember that he fought Dimitri Bivol in another effort to go up to light heavyweight. So I disagree. I don't think anybody's gonna remember that. Boxing Hardcore is always bringing that up. You think so? I don't really hear it that much. Yo, what's up, Legacy? It's Legacy in the building. Oscar said you wrong. Floyd not the GOAT. Hold on, bro. Come on, man. We got the GOAT and the GOAT. You know what I'm talking about? And shout out to the secondary GOAT. And Manny Pacquiao, who was just inducted to the Hall of Fame, well, not inducted, but he was elected to the 2025 International Boxing Hall of Fame in Canastota, New York. Shout out to him. And then we got another GOAT right here, potential GOAT in Saul Canelo Alvarez. Man, stop playing with me, Oscar. Is a Discord open? Nah. It was gonna be open, but since you said that Floyd not the GOAT, nah, it ain't open, bro. It's closed for you, bro. But David has been mandatory for how long? I agree, Irony. I agree. No. Like I said, I think David. I said that earlier. I don't think you were here yet. I think David Benavidez deserves that fight. You know, I'm not one of them, bro. I like Canelo, but I think he should fight David Benavidez. That's, to me, I told you, the top 3 fights in boxing, in my opinion, was Beterbiev and Bivol. That was number 1. That fight happened. We're about to get the rematch. Shout out to Big Turk. Thank God for that. And then number 2, the second biggest fight in boxing for me is Canelo and David Benavidez. And then the third biggest fight for me is Tank and Shakur. So two of the 3 fights we didn't get. One fight, I'm losing faith day by day, but I still believe Canelo's gonna fight Benavidez. But I could be holding on to nothing. But I think Tank and Shakur is gonna happen still. I don't know about David. I have the least faith in David Benavidez and Canelo, but I still think it could happen. But yeah, no, I'm not mad at that, bro. I'm not mad if you disagree though. Yeah, the Discord is the Discord's open, Oscar. Yes, sir. I'm gonna pull you up in the waiting room. All right, I got you. Champ at recess is. Hey man, not so much on Cinnamon, bro. Not so much on Cinnamon, man. You know what I'm saying? Everybody Cinnamon fights. You know what they gonna get? They gonna get this. Come on, man. Come on, man. Put some respect on Cinnamon, man. Stop playing with my boy, man. Y'all disrespectful, man. I'm not going to tolerate it. I'm not going. Cinnamon's that dude, man. Stop playing. You know what I'm saying? Let me pull up my boy Oscar. Oscar in the building. What's good, brethren?
Yes, Sirski.
Yes, Sirski. What it do?
All right. First of all,
oh Lord,
that's mad disrespectful.
Mad disrespectful, bro. Why you disrespectful, bro?
It's 2022.
Why he disrespectful, bro? Chill out. Yo.
Nah, you know, nah, I don't know why he gets. I guess if you're in the face of boxing, you get a lot of hate.
Yep.
It just comes with it.
Yep.
But I can't. The fights he had, if Benavidez wasn't around, which let's be honest, Benavidez dropped the ball whenever he had the chance. And you know, if you are a contender or looking to fight, you guys can't drop the ball at all.
Yeah, he dropped the ball, put it in his nose with that coke.
That's the game. That's the game. Hate the game, not the player. Because let's be honest, Floyd moved a little funny too towards the end.
That's a fact. I mean, who was his last fight? I as much as I like Floyd, I still don't think that fight should count as his 50th fight. You know, now, yeah, I'm sorry.
It's a different sport.
Right. Yeah.
It's a whole different sport.
Right.
Now, saying Triple G fought him, that fight happened late. Nah.
I disagree with that too.
No, he can fight him late. Triple G became a champion, if I'm not mistaken, after the second fight, which is even later than the first fight.
Facts. But people like to discredit people, man.
Now, on the fighting the guy, or if you want to fight the guy, well, look at Oscar De La Hoya when you fought Manny Pacquiao. You only fought Manny Pacquiao because Manny Pacquiao said yes.
Talk to him. All right, bet. Irony, I'm gonna pull you up. I'm gonna let Oscar go in a little bit first.
But yeah, man, I'll just talk about MJ not being disturbing. I'm like, what do you mean? The same people that complain about Canelo not fighting Benavidez.
Same people, bruh.
It's either one or two things. Either you're lying to yourself or you're lying about one thing.
Come on,
but
man.
either case, you're not being truthful.
Come on, bro. Same thing, bro. Same exact thing, bro. I said
It's actually worse.
Yes, absolutely.
It's actually worse. Because MJ ain't got no fake business. He has never missed weight that I'm aware of.
Not me either.
And, like, it's the exact same thing, but it looks worse on Now You Know It. Now, am I mad for it? No, I'm not mad for it. That's the game.
That's the game.
But you're not going to sit here and say, like, somebody's doing one thing and then turn around and say another guy's doing another thing whenever they're both doing the same thing.
Right. I mean, and like I said, I'm not putting extra, not being hypercritical of Naya. Naya's a beast. Like, I honestly feel like he'll beat him. But that doesn't mean that somebody doesn't deserve. You cannot say, even with Edgar Berlanga, bro. Like, I didn't like that fight, of course. But he was #1 in the WBA, bro. Like, I feel like we point the finger in the wrong direction. Like, the fighters are the fighters, man. If you want to get mad at somebody, get mad at the sanctioning bodies for putting a guy that doesn't deserve it, according to you, in that position to where they deserve it. If you're #1, you deserve it, bro. That's the definition.
Yeah,
that's the literal definition of being #1 in the sanctioning body. You deserve a title shot. There's like, I don't know. Like, I don't know what we're doing, bro.
Yeah, he gets to call the shots, but if you take away the belt, then he got no shot.
Right.
But then, like you were explaining this morning, the more revenue a fighter gets, the longer he gets to stay a champ.
Talk to him.
All his fees.
Talk to him.
It's called hate the game, not the player.
Facts.
Not the other way around.
Facts.
And like, I know you were, I think it was Irony that said it, that Canelo will be remembered for the fights that he didn't make happen.
Yeah,
I think he'll be remembered in the first phase of his retirement, because nobody talked about Floyd Mayweather and Winky Wright, Paul Williams.
There you go. I forgot about Winky.
We do because we watch boxing.
Right.
I'm a fanatic. I watch videos from
Right.
the old guys.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't believe that. I mean, I'm sorry, but I just don't believe it.
Yep.
Now, Bud, another thing you touched up today was like Bud not being deserving. On whose mind did that come across?
Come on now. You already know.
It's crazy, man.
You already know, bro. I don't even want to say it, bro. It's gonna like I'm picking on him, man.
He's 2 times undisputed.
Come on, bro.
could go fight Joshua if Joshua says yes.
Facts. They act like like he Jake Paul calling out somebody or something. Like, what are we doing, man? Let me pull in irony, bro. Yo, clobbering time. What's good, bro? Yes, sir. Irony in the building, man.
How you doing, guys?
I'm doing good, man. How about yourself, bro?
How's PR?
Hey.
Oh, as usual, hot as hell, but all the Christmas is coming in for sure.
And this Christmas, yes, sir.
I wanted to say, you bring up a good point, right, about the Canelo. The reason why I said that is because specifically in Mexico, for example, you take, obviously Salvador Sanchez had a tragedy, so we don't need to get into that. But
yeah, rest in peace, Salvador Sanchez.
Example, right, rest in peace for sure. That dude was a stud. But you take Chavez, for example. Part of his legacy is that, he got his ass whooped twice by Oscar, but he didn't duck him. You understand? Like, for them, that means a lot.
So hold on real quick. Sorry about that. But Tia, thank you for letting me know. I actually had the Discord sound off, man. Dang, I think y'all missed what Oscar was saying. My bad. I turned it up now. I did not realize I actually had it off, man.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you fine. It wasn't y'all. It was the stream wouldn't be able to hear Oscar when Oscar was talking. I forgot to turn that volume up. It's not y'all. It was on my end. Dang it. My bad, Oscar. Oscar was saying some good stuff too, bruh. We always say good stuff though, so stay tuned in. You'll hear him some more. My bad, bro.
You gotta pay premium for that. You
Facts.
Become a member.
Facts. Y'all can hear him better now, right, Mateo? You can hear them better now?
Yeah, Mateo. I'm sorry, man. I just got I just deleted your message though. I didn't time you out, but
yeah, you good. No, I appreciate you, bro. You looking out, man. Thank you. Yeah, Mateo. Yeah, because it could have been.
Looks a little shaky, baby.
Yeah. Facts. And I appreciate that. Yeah, shout out to everybody, all the mods. Appreciate y'all, man. Well, go ahead and finish what you said. Irony. Sorry about that, bro.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine. I was saying that particularly in Mexico, Mexican fighters, they. Morales Barrera, Chavez Oscar, etc. They see each other, bro.
That's true.
Like,
facts. That's facts.
That's like part of the they couldn't care less if Chavez got his ass beat twice by Oscar, which he did.
That's true.
Like they couldn't care less. They in that sense, and in many others, of course, they're my type of people in the sense that they see that that's what I most value in a fighter. That's why I say, for example, that Benitez for me is the greatest Puerto Rican of all time, because he had the toughest opposition by a mile to deal with.
I know, Bazooka Gomez, man. Everybody he fought became a Hall of Famer. I don't know about that one, but I'll let you go on.
Okay, that's a debate. That's a
good debate.
Yeah, I'm about to say, y'all making some good points, man.
That's for another stream.
Nah, y'all making some good points, though, man. We gonna bring back a squabble, man. Square up, man. We gotta bring that back, man. I think it'll be fun. We got more people now. Shout out to Irony, Oscar, Ty, and everybody joining the Discord, man. We have more traffic, so. But yeah, go ahead, finish your thoughts. Sorry about that, Irony.
No, that's perfectly fine. I appreciate it. So that's where I'm coming from. Like,
I agree.
In the end, you can make a case for this guy and that guy.
Yep.
I don't believe Floyd is a good analogy, to be honest with you.
Okay.
Because you can make it up with other opposition. What opposition are you making it up for, David? Like Berlanga, John Ryder, who else? Kovalev after all those wars. I mean, not good enough for me. I mean, in my opinion.
Okay, so you're saying, let me make sure I understand. I think I do, but I want to make sure. So you're saying that when Floyd didn't fight this guy, he fought another comparable opponent. That's what you're saying.
Exactly.
Okay, I got you. Okay. Okay, go ahead, Oscar. I just want to make sure I understood, and I'm gonna respond.
No, thank you for clearing that up. Just on Kovalev, I mean, I'm just gonna touch up on that one. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm just touching up on Kovalev. He had to fight Kovalev so he could fight Billy Joe, so he could unify. That was when he was on his unification run.
Oh, okay, that's perfectly fine.
No, but you're right about the other two. Don't get me wrong. You're right about the other two. Just Kovalev, I kind of disagree on it because he had to get that title so he could fight Billy Joe. Because if we remember, Billy Joe was ducking everybody. he does Triple G, and he was calling out Triple G, but he was ducking him at the same time.
Yeah. Billy Joe didn't want that. He didn't want no pressure for real.
So he had to get that title so he could challenge for that title. So yeah, that's the only one that I disagree on. Well, the other two, I agree. But like I said, you gotta hate the game, not the player. Floyd was on that too. Keith Thurman, Winky Rod, Errol Spence. Who was that other guy? It was pretty recent too, before he retired. There was another guy. The one before Keith. Amir Khan.
Oh, Amir Khan.
Yeah,
Okay. Amir Khan. Fastest hands.
Fastest hand in boxing.
Yeah.
But it just comes with the. And let's remember, now we're getting so serious about it because Turk came around and re-up season is no doubt. We're gonna find out who you are season. We're gonna find out who's the best season.
Yep.
We're only saying that now, but Canelo is not from now. He's from the last era. And like from the last generation, where he grew up with, like, where if you're the top guy, you can do whatever you want, because that's how boxing was from 2010s to 2019, 2020, maybe. But yeah, I'm not saying I agree with it, but that's just how things were, and I can't judge Canelo on what he's doing now with what we know now.
That's a good. I feel like I think that we can judge him, but I don't knock him for fighting. Like, because even with Kovalev, like what you said was true, but he was in some wars. I mean, he only lost once, and that was to Andre Ward, who I consider him a great too. I just just his career, he stopped fighting like 33 or something like that, kind of early. I don't think there's no shame in that. They did fight twice, so that was kind of a war. But I mean, Canelo, he been through some wars too. I think that.
I mean, I can debate you that Kovalev was a war too. Kovalev was winning that fight hands down.
Yeah.
He got knocked out.
Right. I just think that Canelo is how could I say this? Like, I just feel like, and maybe this is true because I understand the other way too. But from my perspective, I feel like there's always something with Canelo. Always a reason to discredit him, whether the guy's too old, he fought too late, or the guy was already beaten, he was already washed. It's like, I'm going to just use this as an example, man. And I like Ben Rodriguez, but no one is saying that Juan Francisco Estrada lost before. No one is saying that Pedro Guevara lost. We're just impressed. Now granted, he's young, and they are wins to be impressed about. But I just feel like with Canelo, it's always something, bro. Like, and I just don't really feel like that's some of the stuff is out of his control. Like how late Triple G started boxing. Like when Triple G got popular, he was old. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah.
So and then like when people say that he didn't fight him early, like, we remember who he fought before he fought Triple G. He fought Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. and that was cool. That was like, I'm not saying that was a great fight because Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. was some monster, but they were kicking that as like the battle for the next Mexican superstar. You know what I'm saying? And that's who he fought before he fought Triple G. So why not? Well, it wasn't like it was a bad fight. It wasn't like it was a nobody. And then he fought Triple G. So I don't know, man. I don't really knock him for the Triple G timing. I don't know. I was cool with it, man. But if we criticize Canelo versus Crusher, can we do the same for Porter and Crawford? Mike Honcho was good. He said Canelo ran out of people to fight at a high level realistically. Yeah. And I will say, but for me, the part that I would agree with Irony, which I would say that I didn't really, I understand where Oscar was coming from, but I do disagree slightly because I do think that Canelo, he's in that position to fight anybody. I will agree that it looks bad if he doesn't fight Dave Benavidez, but I don't agree with Irony on how long it'll look bad. I don't think we'll remember. I could be wrong, but I don't think we'll remember, bro. Like me and you will remember, Oscar will remember, but 10 years from now, bro, we ain't gonna remember, bro. Because let's be fair, Dave Benavidez, his biggest accomplishment right now, unfortunately for him, he's kind of a victim of circumstances too with the division that he's in. And yes, he got to take a little bit of the blame for being irresponsible with the weight and then also with the coke or whatever. But he's an interim champion, bro. That's his biggest accomplishment. There's no way we're gonna hold that against Canelo. I'm sorry, brother. Like, I just don't think so. I could be wrong, but I don't know. I think 10 years from now.
What does interim mean? You have to wait until the champion wants to fight you.
You feel me?
That's how it's always been. That's how it's always gonna stay. Like, once you get that call up, you gotta answer it. Yeah. But if you don't get the call up, I'm sorry, you're just the interim. That's what the interim title is.
Yeah. Yeah, and like I said, I think you have good points, Irony. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that you're wrong, you know, and it could be the Canelo fan in me. Maybe that's why I'm being light on him. I don't know, but I just don't really see. Like I said, now if David Benavidez goes and beats Beterbiev, then I think we'll remember. You know what I'm saying? But like right now, he just doesn't have the accolades to. Because remember, Paul Williams was a champion that Floyd didn't fight. Like that was hot for like 2 seconds. You know, we remember that for 2 seconds. Then Sergio Martinez put that wood up, pause. He put that punch on him, and then that was it. Yeah, that was crazy. I ain't gonna lie. That was crazy. I caught myself though. I said pause, but hold on. No Diddy. No, but
what I would agree with you, Irony, is the fact that you got an amazing point, and I don't think I can fight this one. The fact that the Mexican boxing fan, not only boxing fan, the Mexican people, man. I come from there. I'm from the border. I'm telling you, we respect Marquez.
That's facts.
He fought the best.
That's facts.
At their best. Barrera, same thing. Morales, kind of questionable. But
we lost Irony. We lost Irony.
Yeah, but that is true. What Irony saying is true.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Canelo gets more hate in Mexico than what he does anywhere else.
Think so? Is that's true?
Oh, fuck. Yeah, that's true. That's true, and I can pull it up too.
I believe
it. He had to go to ESPN and call one of his biggest doubters a fake boxing fan or a boxing coach, but like a couch coach. I don't know how you call him in the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
But he gets the most hate in Mexico because he fights the best when they're not at their best though.
Right, that's a knock on him.
Their rehydration clauses. He's a weight bully. I'm like, how can he weight bully someone?
It's always something.
Naturally at 160.
Come on, man.
Maybe at 154. That's why I would say his style works great against 168 because he's always the smaller guy.
Yep. It's always something, man, with Canelo. Like I said, I think some of them are fair. Like, I think the Dave Benavidez criticism is fair. I think you can say that he lost to Floyd, yeah. He lost to Bivol, yeah. I think you can even, like I said, right. I was just about to say that. If you say that he should have another loss in Lara, I'm cool with that because I thought Erislandy Lara beat Canelo. As much as I like Canelo, bro, I'm very objective, bro. I thought Lara beat him. But when we say like things about like, oh, we fought Sugar Shane Mosley when he was old, bro, you can't help it. You born, bro. Sugar Shane Mosley was still doing his thing. You know what I'm saying? Now he wasn't a peak Sugar Shane, no, but he was still doing his thing.
And I'm gonna tie this to the morning show. We will remember because we watch boxing.
Right.
When's the last time you missed a Japan card that started at 4 a.m.?
You feel me?
Me, it was probably a year and a half ago.
Right.
Ever since, I've been watching all of them.
Facts.
Like, we watch boxing, that's the thing.
Right.
To the masses, they're gonna see Canelo, first time undisputed. Look at who he fought. They're all how many Hall of Famers? And there's wins that gonna age beautiful. Like Berlanga, if he comes back and becomes a champion, that's gonna age beautiful. Munguia, he can come back and look beautiful.
Yes. I didn't get to that part. That's a good point. I didn't even get to that part.
Now there's some wins that age horrible. Austin No Doubt Trout. Austin Kirkland.
But I disagree with that, Oscar. I'm gonna tell you why. The Austin No Doubt Trout one, maybe the James Kirkland that didn't really matter, but the No Doubt Trout, I think that ages well because he was the first person to be. They were both undefeated at that time. It wasn't like he lost. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like he was losing or struggling. He, if I'm not mistaken, didn't he just come off when he fought Canelo? Was it his fight before that he beat Cotto? Or was it 2 fights before that? It was close. If it wasn't the fight right before he fought Canelo,
it was 2.
It was 2 fights. Yeah. So, and you gotta remember, after he lost to Canelo, he lost back to back. He lost to Erislandy Lara after that. You know, which I thought was
That was a bad business move.
a terrible business move from your team. Why would you go fight Lara? And this is what I'm talking about with Devin Haney. You know, I think that is. I know people disagree with me, but I don't think that that's smart, bro. It's just You don't go after your first loss. You don't go in another hard fight, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, I don't think that's should be recommended or even encouraged. But hey, we see it happen, and I give him credit for Austin No Doubt Trial, because I do think if he would have fought Canelo later, ain't no telling what he would have became, you know, or if he wouldn't have had Lara again.
I was just speaking like, you know, I know, Dub knows, I know, knows.
True.
But the masses don't know. They see what happened to Lara. Oh no, then he was probably trash. No,
true.
He lost to a great one.
Right.
They would have waited another year. I bet if Austin No Doubt Trial would have waited another year, that would have been a mega fight. That would have been a closer fight.
Bro,
I still think Canelo would have won.
Yeah,
but
I agree. I've always said that, man. I didn't like when they fought. I thought that the fight happened too early.
No, it was horrible timing.
Yeah.
I was like, what? Why will you fight him? But I was like, because in my head, I was like, he's still a prospect. He does nothing for your career. That performance, though, did a lot for his career.
Right. Let me hit the chat real quick. Mateo says, Dr. Boxer, how did you have the first Canelo versus Triple G fight? The more I watched, I don't think it's a draw far-fetched. I don't think a draw. Yeah, I don't think a draw is far-fetched. When I first watched it, though, I had Triple G winning in real time.
I had him winning.
Yeah, you had Triple G or Canelo winning?
No, I had Triple G winning.
Yeah, me too. The first fight, I had Triple G winning. And then, like you said, I'm kind of feeling the same way you feel, Mateo. Like, the more I watch it, the more I'm all right with the draw. But, like, I essentially think that Canelo could have 2 more losses. The first Triple G and then Erislandy Lara. Collaborative Time says, I thought, Mike Contra said, if we criticize Canelo versus Crusher, can we do the same for Porter and Crawford?
You already asked that, but not really.
Yeah, I think that's a little different. I think Porter wasn't necessarily on his downside. I know Porter did lose to who he lost to, Spence, right? Before he lost to Crawford. It wasn't his first loss. Say it again.
Was it Conor Ben?
Who? Porter never fought.
Oh no, Kell Brook.
Yeah, Kell Brook. Yeah, Kell Brook. Yeah, so I think that it wasn't his first loss, but I see what you're saying, because it was their first losses. I mean, they lost before losing to Crusher lost before losing Canelo, and Porter lost before losing Crawford. But I think it was different. I think Crawford. I mean, in the people's defense that discredit him for beating Kovalev never looked the same again. I want to say that Porter, even though he retired, I don't think that he was necessarily on the downslide like that. But even still, I still give him credit for beating Kovalev, because he moved up to do it. So yeah, but I see the similarities you're making, Mike Honcho. I thought that Canelo was gonna murk Triple G versus Kovalev. That's what I shut up. I thought he was gonna get murked versus Triple G and Kovalev. Yeah, facts. That's what I'm saying. Like, the people that discredit him for Kovalev is like, a lot of people thought Kovalev was gonna beat him. You know, it's like, in hindsight, we forget that. But yeah, a lot of people thought Kovalev was gonna beat him. It's just when Canelo beat him, all of a sudden we don't give. But we do that to a lot of people, though. We do that to a lot of people, bro. Going in, like, look at some people with Dubois. It's like, oh, Anthony Joshua's not the same. Bro, Anthony Joshua was a heavy favorite. Now all of a sudden he's not the same. Get out of here, bro. Daniel Dubois beat a good Anthony Joshua. Canelo Bud is a mega fight this era. It's happening. Bud not shook. What's up, pugilism? It doesn't happen because he can go back for 154. Canelo's biggest payday before the current call is Bud. Maybe Forever G's in the building was good. Pugilism was good. It means you got to wait till the section of bodies to fight. Yeah. He said Canelo GBG is first realized Bo-Cap. He said Bo-Cap. What's Cap? What's Cap, Clobber Ty? He get it by the media. Dr. U. Yeah, I'm watching the Pro Box card right now. Shout out to Dub for reminding me. Shout out to Dub. I'm watching Luis Nunez versus Baez. I seen Baez on I think I seen Luis Nunez before too. I definitely seen Baez though on the Pro Box card before. Adelaide Bird, the judge for Canelo over for that was crazy. She is all about to get kicked out the UFC judging after ruining the co-main event. Oh, she was in the MMA too. Wow. There's no MMA rules after 10 years. That's crazy. There's no MMA moves after 10 years. What I'm saying is, how much credit can we give a fighter when they beat someone that retires after that? It's either we give them credit or not. Right. So yeah, I agree with what you're saying. But just because they retired, it's like Sonny Edwards, right? Are we not going to give Galil Yafai credit because Sonny Edwards retired at 28? No, I mean, you know, I'm giving Bam Rodriguez more credit because I was the first person that beat him. And I think it was a better version of Sonny Edwards that Bam Rodriguez beat. But I'm giving Galil Yafai credit. I'm also giving Canelo credit for being Kovalev. I'm also giving Crawford credit for being Porter. But at the same time, my point is that what I was emphasizing is that now to me, it's just to me, I don't think Porter stayed around long enough to see as big of a decline as Kovalev started seeing because he stayed around too long. So that's why I don't think it's you're right. It's a similar situation, but I don't think it's necessarily apples to apples. But yeah, I do think we can give credit for what you say, Oscar.
No, I was just agreeing with you. I think
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah, apples and oranges or something. Yeah, exactly. Like yeah, pears and apples. Yeah, I see what you're saying, but I just think that I appreciate that, Mike. Thank you, bro. God bless you, bro. Shout out to you. Shout out to Mike. But yeah, I think that yeah, I tend to try my best to give people the credit they deserve. Now, like I said, I like Ben Rodriguez a lot, but I think that he would get more credit for me, which I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't matter. It matters to them and the promoters. But I think he would get more credit. I'd much rather him fight Fernando Martinez than fights Roman Gonzalez. Yes, Roman Gonzalez, Chocolatito, is a bigger name. He's a legend. But he's not a legend for what he's doing. He's a legend for what he's done. You know what I'm saying? You know, he has 58 fights. He's 38 years old. Like I said, that doesn't mean that he's not still a beast. He's a beast, but Ben Rodriguez, I think, is going to slaughter him, just like, you know, and the way he beat Juan Francisco Estrada. I give him credit for that. But me personally, I think his best win was Sonny Edwards, because I was a guy in his prime as well, young guy, and he made Sonny Edwards, who was pretty dominant, look not dominant at all. You know what I'm saying? And I think that I would think it's more impressive to beat a young guy that's an undefeated champion in your division than it is to go grab somebody out of retirement home and beat him. You know, even if he's a legend. You know.
That's when generally you see the hit the critical, because whenever it's Canelo against Kovalev, whenever it's Canelo against Triple G,
you feel me?
Whenever it's Canelo against Sugar Shane,
come on,
Cotto,
come on.
It's like it turns back around. It makes no sense, to be honest.
Come on, bro. Come on, man. Who Tyson Fury's biggest win before he beat Wilder? Klitschko. Come on, bro. Old Klitschko, bro. It was an old Klitschko. Anthony Joshua, too. Who was his best win before? Well, I guess it's still his best win. That's still his best win. I was about to say, that was his best win until ... That's still his best win. You know what I'm saying? And Cotto and Mosley were younger than freaking Klitschko, and that's Anthony Joshua's best win. But certain people we hold to a higher standard. It's crazy, bro. We're not fair with our criticism, bro.
I would argue that it was a younger Klitschko just because heavyweights, but no, man, it just makes no sense.
Right.
And I'm just gonna say this right now. I'm not a Canelo hater. I'm not a Canelo hater. I'm not a Canelo lover. I'm just a boxing fan. That's
Facts.
all I am. I keep it consistent against everybody.
Facts.
Hey, I'm sorry about that.
Nah, you're good, bro. Don't even worry about it, brother.
Already missed what we were saying.
Yeah, we said a lot. I don't even know how to begin to recap.
No, I think we were at the.
Oh shit.
Oh shit. Before you go, Irony, I want to ask you something. I don't know if it can. Who is AJ's best win?
Anthony Joshua. I think I'm forgetting somebody.
No, you're not missing nobody.
No, but I don't like AJ. That's a bad analogy to use with me because I don't like AJ for the same reasons. I mean, he talked Wilder. So
talk to him.
Pretty much the same. Like, I pretty much, well, it's not exactly the same, but you know, I feel the same way about AJ that I do Canelo, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So, but who? Sorry, did you say who's his best win? He said Francis Ngannou is crazy. That's a fact. Francis Ngannou had a, hey yo. Yeah, Klitschko. I think Klitschko is his best win, but that's an older Klitschko. You don't know what says that, but Canelo. Oh, it's an older Triple G. Oh, it's an older Sugar Shane. Oh, it's an old Cotto. Oh, Klitschko was old, man. True. Klitschko was old, man. We don't say that, bro. And like I said, we trying to line up Roman Chocolatito Gonzalez to get slaughtered by Ben Rodriguez. No one's saying he's old. Like, come on, bro.
I'll say it. No, I'll say it too. Sure. But,
right.
I mean.
Well, no. So sorry. We weren't talking. We weren't responding to you. We know you fair. We were just speaking in general. Not. We weren't. Yeah, we weren't.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. You're good. No, you. I mean, you can answer. Yeah, go ahead. But we weren't saying that to you though. I just want to be clear. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, we weren't coming at you.
that it's not only that he didn't fight, or at least up until now, David Benavidez, but it's what he said too. Like first he was with that bedtime story about not fighting Mexicans, and where is Alfredo Angulo?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be honest, but I didn't like when he said that, because then he fought Jaime Munguia.
Exactly, and Chavez Jr. So that's 3.
Yeah.
And if you remember,
And then
he was in talks with Benavidez before that.
Yeah, I can't defend him on that one. Like I said, bro. I try to.
I mean, come on.
Yeah, I can't defend that. Yeah, that's what I thought that was. I don't know why. I don't even know why he said that. I was like, what are you doing, bro?
Exactly. And then he said, I saw he said what does the Benavidez fight does for him? Well, I'm still trying to figure out what the John Ryder fight did to him, because I don't bring up Berlanga because he can hide behind the Mexico and Puerto Rico thing.
Okay.
So I don't mention the Berlanga fight for that reason. He can paintbrush it. He can paintbrush it.
Not you, Irony. Not you, Irony. Don't say that. No, we all know. There was better fights. No, not you, man.
No doubt about it. But yeah, that's my point, basically. You know?
No, I think those are good points, though. I think those are good points, man. Especially the one, he seemed very hypocritical, and I would say, but okay, so now here I gotta bring my Canelo chain out. Hold on. I will say this though, in regards to him saying, "What does Benavidez do for me?" I always took that as him saying, as a direct response to the legacy thing. I'm sorry, but there's only one legacy that's impacted in a massive way, and that's Benavidez, not Canelo. It's like, with or without Benavidez, Canelo's an all-time great. So when he says that, what does Benavidez do for me? I always took it as him responding to the people that say, oh yeah, his legacy depends, like Paulie Malignaggi, who says stupid shit like, oh yeah, his legacy depends on fighting Benavidez. No, it doesn't. Like we're talking about the guy. Canelo's a guy that's the first ever undisputed at 168. Not Benavidez. Canelo's a guy who's a champion all the way at light heavyweight. Not Benavidez. Canelo's a guy that's been in there with other Hall of Famers and all-time greats. Who has Benavidez been in there that's a Hall of Famer or all-time great? Maybe Caleb Plant. He'll be a Hall of Famer maybe. But that's it. That's probably the only champion. Like, come on, bro.
I think
That's crazy, bro.
Pretty good point, actually.
Yeah, I think that's crazy, bro. So that's how I always looked at it, as him responding to those goofies that say his legacy. Canelo's legacy doesn't depend on anything. He could retire right now, and his legacy's good. That's why Benavidez wants to fight him, because he wants to, you know what I'm saying, increase his legacy by fighting a GOAT. And I'm not mad at that. But to me, that's crazy.
He wants to take the short route. I mean, that's what it does.
Same with Boots. And not just the Canelo guys either. The same thing that they said about Bud. Bud's legacy depends on him fighting Boots. How? The man's already 2 times undisputed. What are we talking about? Like, how does his legacy depend on fighting the guy that's not even in his division? Like, what are we talking about?
Probably the pigeon guy. Probably the pigeon guy.
Bro, have you seen guys? Have y'all seen guys, Irony, like in dogs that is like, they're not Bud. They're like Bud haters, but Canelo haters at the same time.
Oh my! They don't hate. They don't like great, bro. There's people out there that don't like greatness, bro. That is what it is. They just don't like greatness.
And it's so confusing because it's like, Bud never. His only win is against Errol Spence, and even though it was after the car accident, but Canelo's got to fight him because he's got a great resume. Like, what the fuck are you saying, man?
What are you saying?
I mean, Jesus Christ. I mean, seriously, who's saying? Like, I don't believe it. Like Bud Crawford? Like,
yeah, Bud Crawford. He beat Gamboa. He beat John Porter. He beat Kell Brook. He beat
come on, bro. Victor Postal, undefeated Victor Postal. You know what I'm saying? Come on, bro. Just beat another undefeated guy, Madrimal, undefeated champion, man. Hey, come on, bro. It's just, bro. I'll tell you about my friend, man. I had a friend, and now this is not directly related, but this is kind of goes to what I was saying about people that don't like greatness. There's one guy in college, man. He didn't like LeBron James. I'm like, okay, cool. A lot of people don't like LeBron James. But then he didn't like Drake. And I'm like, okay, cool. A lot of people don't like Drake. But then he don't like Floyd Mayweather. I'm like, yo, who do you like, bro? You don't like no great. He don't like greatness, bro. There's some people that really just don't like greatness, bro. Like, how you don't like Floyd, LeBron, and Drake? Like, come on, bro. That's too much, bro. You don't like Beyonce.
Yeah.
You don't like who do you like, bro? You don't like Canelo. Who you like, bro? Who you like, bro? You don't like Tom
Maybe
Brady.
like
Who do you
Tom.
like, bro? You don't like no greats. Like you don't like greatness at all. Like
There's people like that, bro.
there's
You're
people like
absolutely right.
that. Literally, bro. It's sad, bro. Some people really just don't like other people's success. And when I realized that, I was like, man, that's crazy. Man, I don't like no
It is
greats.
really unbelievable.
But I'll say though, I think you do have a good. I'm not saying like, oh, you Canelo or LeBron or anybody's unlikable. No, I mean, I think you have good points, Irony. So just because I disagree, don't think that that I don't think you have good points. And your opinion is definitely valued and heard. Because there's holes. You could pick apart Floyd. You could pick apart Manny. You could pick apart Canelo, Tank, whoever it is. So, you could always, even Beterbiev, right? I mean, you could ask for more from who he fought. He fought Bivol and Vosdick. Everybody else is like, who are they? Like I know he has Callum Johnson, Marcus Brown, and stuff like that, but not too many people that are too notable. So I definitely get it, bro. Okay, my bad.
Referring to Beterbiev, I think we had a little job off one of those days, you and I, but I think Ty was here. And what I said, Callum Smith, Marcus Brown. I mean, he only has 20 fights? Beterbiev?
Yeah,
I think it's 20, right?
Yeah, something.
21,
Yeah, it's in the
exactly.
20s. Yeah, something like that, or low 20s.
21. Bivol was the 21st.
Okay.
There it is. And he's only decision. Okay. So,
Right.
I think Beterbiev makes up for it because he finished everybody, even if it's, because people say that about Roy too, take James Toney out, who did he fought? And I'm like, guys, doesn't that just prove how actually ahead of the pack he was? Or
Right.
anything else,
Right. So I wasn't saying that I feel that way. I was saying that, you could pick it apart. And I will say this too, to respond. Were you done? I didn't want to cut you off.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so my response to that is like, I do agree with you. He's 100% KO rate, right? And what makes it better for him is that he had 3 belts. Now he's undisputed. So you cannot make this argument that, well, at least for me, you can no longer make the argument that he didn't fight who he was supposed to be. And that's why I think it's important for Boots to at least unify. So then we can't say, even if we could say, oh, 147 is not that deep, but he fought everybody that he needed to fight. That's what the belts indicate. It's indicative of that. But I will say in response to Beterbiev, right? And I'm saying this not to you, but just to people to just hear me out. So yes, he has 100% KO rate, but Tank, someone brought up Tank. Tank has a 93% KO rate or whatever it is. He only didn't KO 2 people, Esau Pitbull Cruz and someone early on. I don't remember his name. So my point is that people selectively look at a KO ratio. Like, for example, Gary Antoine Russell, he was 100% KO rate too until he lost to Alberto Puello. But Beterbiev was different because Beterbiev had belts. Gary Antoine Russell didn't. Tank is fighting guys. He's knocking out everybody too. But then people just say, oh, it was easy. But for Beterbiev, we're so impressed by who's he knocking out. And then you can kind of say who he didn't stop Bivol. The one time he stepped up, he didn't stop him. But I do give him, because I know he fought Alexander Vosdick, who beat Adonis Stevenson. That's impressive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm impressed. But what I'm saying is that I understand when people aren't as impressed, because we are more impressed with the way he's beating people more so than who he beat. I guess I went the long-winded way, but that's what I was saying. Because
I think you're spot on, actually.
Yeah, appreciate it, bro. Thank you for hearing me out too.
From the standpoint of this weird guy named Anthony Yard, that either he fights an A+ fighter or he's fighting a D fighter. Like, I don't even get it, bro. Like, you got Kovalev and Beterbiev, great performances, but your best win is Lyndon Arthur, and you're 1-1 against him.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
How in God's name do you not have a fight against Callum Smith or Joe Smith Jr.? Is Badu Jack still around? Or Marcus Brown?
He's he's around. He's a champion in recess, Badu Jack at cruiserweight.
Okay. Like, how many names did I just mention? You haven't even seen, and Buatsi has been calling you up for how long?
Yeah, what's the deal with that? Yeah, I feel like I agree with you. Anthony Yard, I don't know what's going on with him, man. I would like to see him in Joshua Buatsi. I think that's a good fight.
I think that was a hell of a win for Beterbiev, but Anthony Yarde keeps shooting himself in the foot,
Yeah.
violating this that nobody knows, and that's gonna hurt you, man. I'm telling you.
Yep, I agree.
You go from C to A, you're skipping the B, you know.
Yep. I will agree with that though. I think that that was another good win to Anthony Yarde. To me, those are his two best wins. Alexander, well, not now. Bivol is, of course, but before Bivol, it was Alexander Gvozdyk and Anthony Yarde for me. That's his two best. Yo, just doing the building. What's good, brethren? Go ahead, Aaron. Sorry.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just about to say that to me is the fight of the year.
Yep.
Beterbiev Bivol.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's a
That's my
great
favorite
fight.
fight. Yeah, man. I'm looking forward to it, man.
Great fight.
Joshua Boatsy, speaking to him, he's supposed to be fighting Callum Smith, so that should be a good one. That's on that card as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's on that card.
I mean, I'm sorry. I got Callum Smith hitting him with that nasty left hook and pulling the upset.
Yep.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's another guy that I'm questioning his gas tank. Honestly, what's he?
Oh my gosh, that's a great question to have. Because he should have got Willie Hutchinson. No disrespect to Hutchinson, but he should have got him out of there, man. I was kind of disappointed in that. I think
did it not look to you, now that you look back on it and after you watched the fight, I haven't rewatched that fight, but when we were watching it live, it was like, did it not feel to you that he could have put him out, but he just didn't have the gas tank to do it?
Yes, that's exactly how it felt.
But then he went to the later rounds, and it was like, bro, if you would have put him out 2 minutes ago or 2 rounds ago, you wouldn't have to be dealing with this.
Exactly. And to me, why that's troubling is because Willie Hutchinson didn't do it, but what if somebody like a Beterbiev, because that's who we would be next in line to fight, what if they recover, bro? We seen Beterbiev get dropped, you know what I'm saying, by Callum Johnson, and those guys got knocked out. Callum Johnson dropped him, and Jeff Page dropped him, right? And he knocked those guys out. So, you know, now granted, you know, you can argue they're flash knockdowns or whatever, but he still knocked him out. So what if Willie Hutchinson could recover? You got to get those guys out of there when you have a chance, man. I think Joshua Boatsy, there was a time when I was interested in him versus Beterbiev or Bivol, but not now. I think either one of them slaughter him.
It just Hutchinson showed me that Hutchinson doesn't have the punch selection or punch placement that Bivol has.
Nope.
And he was still getting to him. He was still hurting him.
Yep.
And Hutchinson doesn't have the power Beterbiev has. And he was still getting to him. I was like, bro, what are you doing? Put him out already.
Yeah, exactly.
But,
exactly.
I got Colin Smith too. I ain't gonna lie.
We got Colin Smith for the upset. Hey, that's a sneaky one right there, bro. That's a sneaky one, man.
I'm kidding.
What you think about that, Irony? Got Boatsy or Callum Smith?
I got Callum. I think he's
got two Callums?
One more run. Yeah. I think Boatsy is not quite there yet. I think Boatsy is gonna, you know, this is gonna be that fight, you know, that is coming, how do you say, this coming around fight for him, and he's gonna fall a little bit short, and then gonna come back.
Okay.
I don't know. There's an expression for what I'm trying to say.
Yeah. Yep.
But that's a hell of a fight, you know. I just got
that's a hell of a fight
because I think he's got one more run on it. I believe it, but we'll see, you know.
I mean, Callum Smith, he only
more
has...
intrigued between the heavy.
Huh?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead, bro.
Oh no, I was just gonna say that to me the two heavyweights fights are the most intriguing to me outside, obviously, of the beauty.
Talking about heavyweight, Irony, what do you feel? How do you feel about Parker being plus 2,500?
I have to look into that because that's crazy.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I have that was a 50-50 straight down the middle fight, to be honest with you.
I was like, did Parker get in an accident, lost both arms? Maybe
I'm
lost
telling you,
legs
bro. And let me interrupt real quick. Let me make a correction. Shout out to Clobbering Time. He says that Badu Jack was elevated to full champ again. Noel McCallan was made champ at recess. Appreciate that, Clobbering Time. Yo, Warlock boxing in the building. Yeah, because Noel McCallan he was supposed to fight Ryan Rozicki, right? He's been getting out of that for like 3 years. So that's about time. Yeah, they should. That's good. Badu upgrade. Appreciate y'all. Let me know.
How do you get like? Wasn't he? Is that IBF?
No, that's WBC if I'm not mistaken.
Ah, no, it makes sense. It makes
Yeah,
total
cruiserweight.
sense.
Yeah, WBC. Yep. Because the cruiserweight WBC. Yeah, because Gilberto Ramirez has a WBA and WBO.
And WBO.
Yeah, and then Jai
That's
Apatai
Zurdo,
got
right?
the IBF. Yeah, Zurdo. Yeah, Zurdo has a
Yeah,
WBC. I mean WBA and
I just know
WBO.
him as Zurdo, I swear.
Yeah, Zurdo. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, what you said about the sorry, go ahead with the heavyweights though.
Man, Parker being plus 2,500. That's just. I mean, plus 1,500. You know, that's disrespectful.
That is disrespectful, bro.
Plus 2,500.
It is.
Ooh, I mean, they got no hope on you. You better start praying, boy.
I'm telling you, bro. Oh my gosh, man. Hey, these guys are fighting on Pro Box though, man. Baez and Nunes. They're fighting, man.
These last two opponents were literally the two most dangerous guys in the division outside of Ford, in my opinion. Wilder and Big Man.
Stop it. Stop. Irony, stop it, bro. Stop it, bro. Stop it.
You
bro.
again.
Yeah, stop it.
Who's
Irony.
more dangerous?
Stop it,
Who's
bro.
more dangerous than those two guys? Dangerous.
Well,
not better box.
I give you Zhang. I'm with you on Zhang, not Wilder, bro. Not anymore, man.
Wilder, no.
Yeah,
Zhang,
that wasn't.
I'm cool with.
Yeah, I'm cool with Zhang, but not
But
Wilder.
did you know that about Wilder before the fight, though?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Well, before Joseph Parker, that I didn't know it was like that. I knew he was declined. I didn't know it was like that.
The Parker fight, not the Zhang fight.
Yeah, you're talking about before the Parker. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I didn't know it was like that. I knew it was declined because remember, he before that he beat Robert Helenius in the first round. It's Robert Helenius though, you know, and it's like,
Yeah.
you know, I don't know, man, and I just wasn't fully confident in it because maybe okay. So I'm with you. You asked me, did I know? So no, I didn't know. I just had a feeling. I did not know.
Yeah.
So you're right. I didn't know definitively.
No, that's actually that's what I meant. You know, because how are we gonna know?
Right.
What I meant is about the feeling.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, I had a feeling that he was. I had a feeling that after the third fight with, I'm be honest. I'm actually surprised at Tyson Fury. I thought it took a lot out of him too. I'm surprised that he was still doing what he's doing. You know what I'm saying? So of course he won. But
those two.
Say that again.
Those two took like 20 years.
You feel me? Those trilogies were not easy, bro.
Yeah,
how many knockdowns did they have? They had like 8 knockdowns in 3 fights or something like that. It was something crazy like that, bro. So yeah, that was.
I still don't know how Fury got up. Honestly.
I'm telling you.
Me too. And that's the root of my issue with AJ, bro. Fury, say whatever you want about it. He still got in the ring 3 times.
Facts.
With the scariest thing in heavyweight since I'm not, bro.
Right.
Say whatever you want about it.
Right.
I feel like AJ, rather than duck, he dropped the bag. And hear me out. In those days, it was like AJ, Fury, and Wilder are the top 3 guys, if we remember. And then AJ wanted it. Well, Eddie wanted more money for AJ because he had the views from the UK. That was UK's guy. And AJ then fought Reese with securing the win would mean a bigger purse against Wilder. But he lost to Reese because he had that unnecessary muscle. He did what AJ always does. He did it against the wall also. He tried to stick with the he tried to fight on the outside. Then for some reason he just fought on the inside against a guy that has T-Rex arms in comparison.
Right.
He got beat up.
Ooh. Right.
I think that one was like more. He dropped the bag. Granted, he could have fought Wilder and Fury later on, but he didn't. Me personally, I don't think he liked the bid. But I don't like to talk.
You see what I mean?
Now.
To call out to you, and I'm.
We can't hear you. Irony, it's skipping out. I hear you. We hear you talking.
Is
but
it better now?
Yep, much better.
Yeah, it's better now.
I'm sorry.
No, you're good, bro.
I think you were saying something, and I interrupted you.
Me?
Oscar.
Oh, Oscar. Okay.
Oh no, I was done. No, it's all good. Dude.
So you see what I mean? Like okay, he fought all these different people. You know, he fought Wilding and a bunch of dudes that here's my thing with AJ. You see, Otto Wallin and Ngannou and Hellenius and Franklin. Those are the last 4 opponents after Dubois, right?
Yeah, before Dubois. Yep.
I'm sorry, before.
Yep. I know what you mean. Yeah,
Dubois.
Jermaine Franklin, Robert Hellenius. Who are the other two?
Ngannou.
And Francis Ngannou and
Otto Wallin.
Yep. Otto Wallin. Yep.
None of those guys are remotely what, because I come back, like, you gotta make up for it. Okay, you don't see this guy, but you make up for it. Like, you don't see Paul Williams, but you see Cole. You don't see, I don't know, etc. You know?
Yep, I got you. Yep.
You don't see the bronze bomber when he was the bronze bomber.
Right.
Or a little bit after. I don't know. I could live with that. But no, you don't see him at all. You let him get decimated and etc. Meanwhile, this guy loses 20 years of his life in a trilogy against that guy.
Yep.
And now you want to fight when you know that his shin is not what it used to. Well, I don't know, man.
Right. No, yeah, shout out to Anthony Joshua, but I don't like that either. That's why, I always said, like, I don't really like to say too many people are hardcore like ducks for real, but I've always said that I thought that Keith Thurman ducked Spence. I don't think you really argue that, from my opinion. I don't really think you can argue Danny Garcia not fighting Terence Crawford, and I don't think you can argue Anthony Joshua not fighting Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. Like if he would have fought one of them, I'd be like, okay, he didn't fight neither one of them, and the other one is not. The other one is in his country. The other one is his countryman in the same division, and around the same time y'all coming up. So I don't even understand how that one went through. So to me, he's a common denominator. It's like, yeah, if you don't want to say he ducked Wilder, then you got to say he ducked Fury. Or if you don't want to say he ducked Fury, then how come he didn't fight Wilder? Like, I was like, I just can't overlook it. But I don't want him to fight no more, though.
Because Usyk doesn't pose the threat that Wilder poses. Fury, I'm sorry, Usyk will outclass you. Wilder, it can decapitate you. Like, it's two different beasts here, Right. I'll fight Usyk a million times before I see Wilder once, because it's a different threat, bro.
It's a different threat, right? Yeah, so that's why I'm be honest, I don't even want, and not out of I just think he's 39 years old. He has how many fights? 48 fights, 49 fights. Deontay Wilder, I just think that for his own safety, like, he doesn't even look like he could protect himself, effectively. Like, he looked like he shell himself against Joseph Parker. Zhang, he completely turned around. I just don't think he has it. Like, I think he's just going off a name only.
He did the Malik Scott spin move.
Right, the Malik Scott, exactly. And I think that he just has shown himself, and I think he's going into that. He's in that. He's in that place where he's just fighting, and he's a danger to himself. How Roy Jones got, and how James Toney, and what I'm saying, and even Manny Pacquiao, just fighting too long. Is what I'm saying. And just fighting way past your prime, and you're losing to people that you probably wouldn't have lost to before. And there's life after boxing, man. I don't want Deontay Wilder to be, but at the same time, it's his choice. It's their lives, So hey.
Muhammad Ali, bro. Muhammad Ali. There's an example for you of fighting too long.
Right.
Some of those fights were hard to watch, bro. Let's be honest here. Fortunate. Yeah. And I just think Wilder will end up forever regretting making that coaching change, bro, because I don't know. I just never saw the same that I saw before. With all the technical flaws and looking awkward and whatever, you had to be on your P's and Q's for all 36 minutes of that fight, bro. Otherwise,
yeah. Yep. Because he said you got to be good for. What he said, they got to be good for 36 minutes. I just got to be good for one. Or whatever he says, something like that.
That was absolutely spot on. Yeah, I remember that quote. Yeah, that was awesome.
Yeah, but he said, at one time I wanted to see AJ and Deontay, but you can't force a dude to accept 100 M's. Yeah, that's what they said, but of course they're going to make it sound good. Like I said, I don't know. I mean, of course there's always a way to say that it was Wilder, not AJ. And that's why I brought up him and Tyson Fury. It's like, it's hard to believe that someone didn't fight two people. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, even if you think Deontay Wilder is at fault for not fighting AJ, but Deontay Wilder fought Louis King Kong Ortiz and he fought Tyson Fury. So how come he fought the other guys? You know what I'm saying? Or so like these other guys, they fought each other. So Deontay Wilder is a common denominator. So I think that even if you don't want to blame Anthony Joshua, I don't really believe that you could blame the other two guys.
And to be fair with what you're saying is like, if we look back, who was really there at heavyweight? It was AJ, Wilder, and Fury. There was nobody else.
Yeah. Or you know, like I said, Luis Ortiz was there for a little bit, you know, and Wilder fought him twice. Remember? Yeah. So it's like.
Yeah, he did.
Luis King Kong Ortiz. Yeah. So it's like, I don't know.
Did Andy Ruiz fight him too?
Yeah, Andy Ruiz fought Luis Ortiz too. Yep.
So AJ a duck.
That's what I say. Like, I don't know, man. I like AJ now, but I like him a lot. I appreciate AJ a lot more than I did before.
I don't like that word, to be honest with you, but
right.
I just well, I don't know. I hesitate to use that word, like
I
the
feel you.
word as well. Like I hesitate a lot to use that word, but I just rather I don't like AJ. Like I'll just say I don't like him.
I don't like AJ. At least you honest, bro.
Yeah, because yeah, man, I don't like to use the word duck.
Hey, shout out little Oscar, man. Let's go. Boxing Talk family right there, man. Handsome man in the Christmas gear. You see him already? Let's go. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. I appreciate you sharing with us, bro. He listening to the boxing talk, man. He about to be a boxer. He about to get it in, man.
Yeah,
future champ.
I think he's gonna be the boxer.
Okay. Okay. We gonna have both the brothers, man. Like Vladimir and Vitaly Klitschko, man.
Yeah, look at him. Yeah, he's a boxing. He's a boxing talk family member.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nah, clobbering time. You make a good point, though. Yeah, you're quoting this promoter. Yeah, Eddie Hearn could be telling the truth, you know, and then, you know, Deontay Wilder could be telling you. You're right. So there's no way to definitively know unless you're there and you were in the camp. So, yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it could not be a coincidence. Maybe he did. Maybe it is Wilder's fault. Maybe it is Tyson Fury's fault. I'm just saying I think it's more believable since he's a common denominator. But, yeah, no, it could very much well be that Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder both dropped the ball in regards to AJ. You could be right. So, yeah, I don't know. He said
it's like it kind of goes back to the Eddie Hearn and Boots thing.
Right.
How can everybody be ducking your guy?
Right.
And they're all saying the same thing.
Come on now. Brian Norman, Barrios, and Stanionis all said the same thing. Same thing.
But they're all ducking Boots.
Come on, bro.
Like, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
I agree. I do not believe it either.
It's like the common denominator just tells you it's either Eddie Hearn or Boots. There's no other way around it.
Agreed.
And Boots came out and said he wanted to fight Norman. Norman said that the offer was too low.
Yep.
So I have to believe the fighters if the common denominator is you.
Right. I agree 1,000%. Every single one. Bob Santos, who Mario Barrios' trainer, said he didn't get enough money. Stanionis said he didn't get enough money. Brian Norman said he didn't get enough money. They just Brian Norman's team. They just said it the loudest, but they all said the same thing. I can literally show you. Wilder beat a lot of solid fighters. Many can't beat for his defense. Yeah, true. Mm-hmm.
Bro, about that, people that say Wilder is a bad boxer, then what does that say about everybody that lost to him?
You feel me?
What does that say about everybody that lost to him?
You feel me?
Because if he was so bad that anybody could beat him, anybody with good ability, I don't believe that every fighter he fought was bad.
Right.
I just think Wilder had that equalizer.
Oh no, you're absolutely right, and I think his preparation or his team or his trainer, Breland, was
Breland. Yeah.
How do you say this? Like doing the most with what they had, you know. Like they were exploiting his assets.
Yep.
Which is not. I personally see Wilder as a modern day like an Ernie Shaver type, where they don't have the best speed or maybe even the best boxing IQ, but they don't really need it because they possess that weapon, like you said.
That equalizer.
Equalizer. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean. I actually, that's a positive thing. Imagine if Wilder had feet. Imagine that. Like imagine if he had boxing ability. Now we really, you know, like he was able to do all of that with you know subpar boxing ability.
Yep.
Imagine if he had it. I make the same analogy with Hearns. Could you imagine Hearns had a chin, bro? Like we're pretty much screwed here. How we beat this? Like.
Nah, I think God.
I
think God can like you, but He can't love you like that. You know what I mean? He can't give you all. You gotta have one bad.
Yeah, can't have everything. Yeah, I remember. Remember that's what Giannis said. Giannis was like, y'all know Giannis Antetokounmpo, the basketball player. He was like, yeah, man. He said, man, hey, man, I can't shoot threes. He said, can you imagine if I could shoot threes? God said he couldn't give me everything. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, like, can you imagine Amir Khan with the chin?
Right, exactly.
He's a glass cannon, bro.
Yeah,
He's winning until he gets hit.
Right. He said, man, you know, I can't give me. He want to give me everything.
So the people doing that argument, I tell them, because I found someone the other day, and I told him, if you think about it, you're actually putting Deontay even more by saying that he wasn't a good boxer, because you're absolutely right. And look at all that he was able to accomplish.
Right. As not being a good boxer, you know what I'm saying? Primarily just having limited to power and athleticism, if even that too. So yeah, you're right. That's why.
And skinny ass legs.
Yep.
That has nothing to do with it. I just want to throw it out.
got them T-Mac legs. Oh, I'm asleep. He said these days motherfuckers I don't believe as fighters. I feel you.
Irony. Were you here this morning?
For a while, I had to do other things.
Were you here for Mr. I got hit with the 3-piece with the one hand and Munguia? That's an order.
Yes, sir. Looking forward to that one, man. That's a good one. Munguia and then Billy. Oh man, that's going to be a good one. Good Lord willing.
I thought Munguia was going to fight Berlanga next. I heard something about
that. Yeah, they were in talks. You know, he said he's going to fight him in 2025. I'm hoping, but apparently he's fighting in Billy first. But you know, it's just announced. You know, things could change, but that's what was announced according to. Let me see who said it again. I'll tell you right now.
WBC.
Yeah, was it WBC? Really? Yeah, WBC.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What'd you say? Yeah, Billy.
Okay.
Yeah, he's from Canada. Yeah. Munguia has a fight this weekend though against an undefeated Frenchman. Bruno. Yeah, Bruno Sarasa. Yeah, thank you. So if he gets past him, man, him and then Billy, man, that's a good fight, man. I would much rather, if I could pick, I'd like to see Munguia and Berlanga too. But actually, I like to see Caleb Plant and Berlanga.
Yeah, I think
that's what I want to see.
Yeah, I want to see Caleb Plant and Berlanga.
I want Berlanga to do him like he did Durrell.
Oh.
You want Berlanga? Oh, no, I'm going for sweet hands. Yeah, I'm going for sweet hands, man.
I'm sorry, I meant to say Caleb Plant.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I want Caleb Plant to bring that shovel out again.
I think Munguia and Billy are the same but different at the same time. That's how close it is. And Billy has a gas tank, and he's smart with his punches. And I will say, I wouldn't have been mad at Cito this morning if he would have said, like, you know, and Billy's a more natural 168. But when he said footwork, I was like, no. I don't know what we're doing now.
Overdoing it, bro. That's so funny, bro.
But I would agree with Ty. He's got that awkward style, kind of like Andre. You never know what he's going to be doing. He throws a lot of feints. He stays right in front of you. But, I don't know. It's just with that 3-piece that he got from Derevchenko, that just kind of tells me that he just takes punches and bunches, you know, and goes with it. Yes. And Munguia throws a lot of punches.
Yep, they both do. And Munguia blocks with his face too. They both
got the same amount of power. Yeah. You know, just right about the same amount of power.
Yeah, I would think so too.
I don't know, man. That one's close.
That's a close one, bro. I really think it's a 50-50 fight. I don't know, but me personally, I'm going with Munguia. But
I go with Munguia, but I think it's 50-50. I think it's a toss-up.
Yeah, that's a tough
It's kind of like whenever you get the same character and you're like, what do you want, the Mexican or like, you know, how you can change outfits?
Right. Yeah, facts.
you want the Mexican flag or you want the Canadian flag, you know?
Yeah, facts. Just change the outfit to alternative fit. You want the Ken in the red gi or you want the Ken in the purple gi? That's funny, bro. That's funny, bro.
That's how close it is. It's like, oh, fuck. because they like what they do counteracts each other.
Yep.
But they're both gonna take it. So like I said, if it's a matter of gas tank and Billy has it all day.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to see how Billy looks. I mean, Munguia looks this weekend, good Lord willing, because that'll tell me a lot, I think.
That's his
like,
first one since Canelo, right?
Yeah, it's first and
No,
only.
he got.
Nah, Munguia only has one loss.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was his
No,
first.
that's his last fight since Canelo.
Oh no. He fought Eric Bazinian, undefeated Canadian fighter.
Oh, okay.
He was like 32-0, and now he's fighting another undefeated guy who's from France. I think he's like 20 something and 0.
Okay. Definitely watching that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were watching that live, and it was like, it was interesting, because it was like, yes, he wanted to change things. Yes, Roach didn't have the best game plan, but he looked worse with Morales.
I agree.
Far worse than with Morales.
I agree. I'm hoping it
As a
was
matter of fact,
something in the training camp that happened or something that, yeah, he looked worse. I agree.
as a matter of fact, if I recall right, dog, didn't we say that maybe it wasn't Roach, it was more Munguia?
Yeah. I mean, I no disrespect to Munguia. I just, and I know some people might disagree, but I don't think. I like the fact that he's looking for something, but I don't think he would look for the right thing. I don't think Roach was a problem. I just think Canelo, like I said, I don't think that's a trainer. I don't think anything. I don't think anything would have stopped Canelo from winning that fight. But I could be wrong, you know. But one thing I do applaud him is for not celebrating his loss and looking for answers. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. I don't think that was a. I personally believe Freddie Roach.
Place.
Yeah, right. I don't know if he's looking in the right place because what is Freddie Roach known for, bro? He's known for dynamic, offensively focused guys. I think Munguia is right up his alley, bro. So I thought that was a good matchup. But hey, I mean,
and
hey.
the thing about Roach, it was like he has this thing where it was like he gets fighters that have a style but aren't quite right there yet. So he kind of polish your style out.
Right.
The problem with Munguia and Canelo wasn't Munguia, it was Canelo.
Like
exactly.
Exactly.
Nobody at 168 can mess around with Canelo like that.
Exactly.
But
Canelo's always struggled with boxers, really, if you think about it. That was why the Billy Joe performance that you mentioned earlier was, to me, I gotta take my hat off to Canelo in the board because historically Canelo can deal with the punchers. But his problem was with the boxers, you know, Lara, Mayweather, Bihol. I'm forgetting somebody.
Jermel.
And
that's crazy.
No, Jermel.
That's the small one, right? Is that the small one?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't distinguish between the two ones.
Yeah, Jermel's a small one. Yeah.
Jermel, I'm gonna tell you why Jermel.
Okay.
What does Jermel, Wilder, and Errol Spence got in common?
Jermel,
Wilder, and Errol Spence. I'm not sure.
Wilder.
Oh, DJ. That's my DJ. Derrick James, bro. Derrick James. He was giving the best advice possible. He was telling them what to do and what they needed to do. What happened,
true.
they couldn't execute it. So the problem wasn't the trainer. The problem was the guy they were facing.
Caleb Plant, that's the other one that I forgot. I'm sorry.
Oh, Caleb Plant. Okay.
If you look at that fight, Caleb Plant was doing very well.
He was. That was a good fight.
Yeah, he was. But he couldn't take the punch.
Right.
That ain't he was saying. That ain't he was over there saying, "How you like this fight? You think I'm a good fighter?"
You feel me?
Get a room. Get a room.
Right.
But not like Jermel, Wilder, and Errol Spence. Like DJ was telling him what to do. Oh, DJ, that's my DJ.
But DJ was with Wilder though.
Yeah, I think so.
I remember he was with Anthony Joshua. Maybe that's what you're thinking.
Maybe.
Yeah, he was with he had Anthony Joshua for a little bit. I don't think he ever had Wilder. No.
Yeah, I think it was.
He wouldn't have had Wilder.
Yeah, because he had Breland and Malik Scott, right?
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm walling.
No, you good. No, you good. You good.
Well, even AJ is like, he was telling him what to do.
Right.
But like, well, they just put it like, Errol Spence and Jermel. It wasn't the fact that his fighters got a bad trainer. It was who they were facing.
I agree.
That's the problem.
I agree.
So, and you only get better if you keep everything the same and you just keep working on everything. So whenever you change trainers like Munguia did with Eric Morales, then guess what? You gotta start over, baby.
Yes.
You gotta start over.
Good point.
So you're not gonna learn everything you learn. It can either, if he sees it, if he's humble enough, which I know Morales ain't. I know for a fact he ain't humble enough. He thinks he's the best. He like, you know, he says he's always been better than Barrera, but Barrera got the better of him, or they robbed him and all this and that. That's his crap. But
I like Eric Morales more, but I gotta admit that Barrera, all things considered, was probably the better fighter. Fanboying aside.
Shout out to the babyface assassin. He said the small one. Yeah, the small one. That's great. He said 6'2" undisputed champ. He's the small one. Hey, he is. I mean, he's smaller than Jamal, but yeah. Jamel, Charlo, and Jamal. When I first started watching them, I used to confuse them a lot. But then, you know, I mean, they're twins, so the more you watching them,
yeah, I was gonna say that they look the same. So
Yeah.
It's kind of hard not to.
Yeah,
like,
let's be honest here.
Yeah. Cause I'm like, I didn't know the Malone. I still don't know the Maloney's, to be honest, until they say it. You know, this is bad, but you know how I know the Maloney's? I know Andrew slaughtered. I know Junta Nakatani slaughtered Andrew, and I know Naya Inoue slaughtered Jason. That's it. That's only.
Hey, yeah.
Well, Jason was the one that got to Junto knocked out Jason, wasn't it?
Nah, Junto got Andrew Maloney. Naya Inoue got
see?
Jason Maloney. Yeah, that's the only reason why I know, because how they got knocked out. That's the only reason why I know the difference, bro.
The truth, bro.
Yeah.
What are we gonna do? The truth. But that happens, bro. Screw that, bro.
And that's messed up, but that's the only way I know them, you know.
Talking about Junto.
Junto.
Do you think Bam's ready for that smoke?
No Sirski.
Or is he ever gonna be ready for that smoke?
I think he will be ready. I don't think he's ready now.
First question, no. Second question, yes.
Agreed.
Right now, no. He will be, yes.
Agreed.
I got a question for y'all though. Y'all think y'all put Bam beating anybody at like any other champions of 118?
118. I think so. I'm gonna be honest. I have to see more of Ryosuke Nishida. I think he beats Takei. I think he beats Yoshiki Takei from what I've seen. I don't think he beats Junto. Seiya Susumi is a good fight. I like that fight, but I would lean towards Bam still. Me personally.
I ain't gonna lie. I got Nishida beating Bam. I got Junto beating Bam. I got Susumi beating Bam.
Really?
Okay, that's a good fight.
Yeah. Shout out to Yoshiki Takei, man. That dude's a beast, man. He's also on the pound for pound list on was it Muay Thai? I believe.
Yeah, Muay Thai.
Yeah, shout out to him, man.
But I got Nishida's. I think Nishida's a problem for Junto, honestly.
Yeah, oh yeah, Yoshida nice. Now I just want to see more of him before I make that. Yeah, I have to see more. But yeah, I think I've seen like 2 of his fights.
He's too good for Junto, honestly. I think he gets outpointed.
Yeah.
I think that's the only fight Junto don't put anybody to sleep.
Japanese guys, man, I'm telling you, they got that samurai in their veins. I mean, people get mistaken. I say this about the UK guys too. You know, you hear the accent, they put the pinky up, but they hold the T or whatever.
Yeah, they put the pinky up. That's crazy. Hey yo, not the pinky. Hey yo, they put the pinky up. Show that pinky ring. That pinky ring.
Japanese, you know, you see the downwing and the this and the that. Don't get that twisted, bro. Trust me.
That's too funny, man. But shoot, fellas, I'm about to go ahead and call it, man. Give me some
Give me a little snack, give me some rest. I'm gonna try to sleep off this headache. I'm gonna watch this fight too, man. They got it's the main event too. Cardoso versus Ramirez on the
Coming up?
It's on right now. They're in the third round on Pro Box.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead and tune in.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all take care, okay? Always a pleasure.
Yes, sir, man. Hey,
Later,
God bless,
Irony.
Irony. Thank you for coming through, man. Shout out to Oscar as well, man. Thank y'all, man. Thank you for showing the little ones, man. That was dope. You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate it.
Yes, sir. And shout out to you for
After
sharing
that,
the
show my
news.
oldest. Let me show you my oldest.
All right,
Before I
bet.
go.
And shout out to you for sharing the news too, Irony. You know what I'm saying? Welcome to Unclehood.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right, God bless.
Yes, sir. God bless you too, bro.
My phone is that trap phone
The trap phone?
up here.
Hold on, give me a second. Let me get you right. Hold on. It's not on the screen yet. Hold on. My shit raggedy. Hold on.
See on that trap computer.
I'm on that trap computer, bro. My shit raggedy. Hold on. Cause I cut it off right before you said it. There you go. We good now. Yes, sir. There you go. The future champ right there, man. Yes, sir, man. Throw some jabs.
Oldest,
Yes, sir.
that's my oldest. That's my middle one. And this the youngest.
Yes, sir. That's what's up, man. Got the youngins out here, man. Ready to take over. There go Big Brother taking care of them too. That's what I'm talking about. Future
Nah,
champs
you
right
want
there, man. Let's get right. That's dope, Oscar.
All right,
All right, brother. I appreciate you, man. God bless again, man.
man, you need to drink some of that sweet tea, man.
Oh no, I gotta do the shot. Where Ty at?
Oh yeah, you gotta do the shot.
I gotta do the
I
shot.
will
Where
join
Ty,
you
bro?
tomorrow.
Well, you can vouch for me. You can vouch for me. Hold on, let me go get it. Cause I don't want y'all to think I'm capping. Hold on. I did that. A deal's a deal.
Nah, Chad. He's gonna get apple juice. Watch.
I'm gonna bring the bottle.
He's gonna get that apple juice. Hey, yo, what Clover time talking about? You know, bro, you nod, you pops. What y'all talking about? Hmm. 60 in the speech. Wait, who's 6'2" champ? And he's that small. Hey Dub, are you still here? I want to ask you something. Oh, okay, there's a guy named Joe Daddy. Okay. Hey Dub, how's the fight, man? I knew you were in there, but I knew you connected, but I didn't get to talk to you. It was kind of cutting off. I knew how's the fight, or how was the arena on the after Robesi quit more than anything? Were they like booing him, or what was the vibe like?
Okay, so all I had left was the Grand Marnier or the Cavassier. I grabbed the Cavassier, man. Shit.
Cavassier, man, you need that 1800.
That's crazy. I think we actually have a bottle. I actually have a bottle there, but it's done. It's empty.
What kind of liquor you drink?
None. You know, I don't drink no. I just have some just cause you know having gifts or put them up, or like sometimes I'll buy something that I think looks in a cool bottle or something. So I don't really drink. Yeah, I don't really drink. I don't
Before and after?
I don't
That's
drink Gershwin. Robesi got booed. Oh, really? Dang. So okay, so that y'all gotta vouch for me now. So when Ty says, "Oh, I ain't do it," I got the this shot glass when I went to Bahamas. Look at this boozer. Look at this boozer. Yeah, right. I don't drink.
I really be having it for when like my family come visit. They be drinking. I don't drink.
Nah, I'm an alcoholic from heart, so.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Enjoy your life, man. Enjoy life. As long as you do consume it safely, hey, who can complain? All right, there you go. We good, right?
I remember it was a double or nothing.
Nah, I don't remember that. I don't remember that. I don't remember that one. All right. Cheers to the 1-year anniversary for Dr. Boxing Talk channel, man. Shout out to the Boxing Talk family, man.
Yes, sir.
Woo! Sleep good
Man,
night,
that's
baby.
That's pretty much like drinking water.
Cheers, y'all. But yeah, man, so I'm about to go ahead and slide. I sure appreciate you coming through again, man. Thank you for the love too, for the birthday of the channel and all the other days as well. Yes,
No problem.
Man. Yes, sir, man. God
You
bless
already know,
you.
I'm not a member, but
Nah, you a member, bro. You a member, bro. Shout out to you, bro. Yes, sir. Boxing Talk family.
I think there's something I want to talk about that I can hold for the next time.
What we talking about tomorrow, though, man? I need some topics. I be.
Tomorrow.
Good Lord willing,
I know. There's still fights. And there's still good fights happening. But we can talk about the Mandermouth and Boychuk dropping off. I know we touched on it this morning, but
We could talk about that some more. Yep, that's a fact. Okay,
we
bet.
can talk about that some more. There's still plenty to talk about that. I think that's what I want to talk about with Irony 2.
Oh, that's
There's
yep.
still a lot of talking about that.
Yep, we could talk about that tomorrow.
About his replacement, that's not really much about to say. I think he's going to be the official replacement for Turk.
Yeah, Ishmael Davis, yeah.
Final views for Tyson Fury and Usyk.
Yeah, that's right around the corner, huh? That's like in 10 days.
Yeah, that's right around the corner. We can talk about Noah and Sam Goodman. Not so much about. We can break down the styles and we can do a comparison and we can see how good that fight is gonna be.
Good ideas. Appreciate it. Yes, sir.
Or we can do some kind of tier list, but I know those take a minute to be put together. So.
What weight classes would you suggest? A tier list.
I think rather than that, we can do prospect.
I like that. I didn't think about that.
The performance of the prospect, either from last year or who we think they're coming up. Or we can do like the champions tier list, like who disappointed us, who was kind of and who would deliver on their championship status. I think that'd be a fun one, actually.
That's a good one, yeah.
The champion one. The champion and the prospect, they're both good, but I know they take a little bit to put together. So
yeah, but I appreciate you considering that. But yeah, that's a good one. I like the prospect. The only thing with the prospects is that I have to think about like who, like what prospects. Like obviously the obvious ones: Abdullah Mason, Xander Zayas, Jonas Tellis, Charles Conwell. But like, are we putting Shushu there? And
you know how you can put like in the community, like on YouTube, like I'm doing this, or kind of like what Ryan Fraser just did.
Right. Yep. Put like a question, like post a community post.
Yeah. Put like drop your prospects.
And then do it like that. That's a good idea. I might do that. Yep. Like put like drop your favorite prospect in boxing the last 2 years or something like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say we could touch up on 154, but man, with Mandermouth and Boychuk not happening, it's kind of that's disappointing.
Right.
That's disappointing.
That is disappointing.
I was actually looking more forward to Boychuk and Mandermouth than Virgil Ortiz and Mandermouth.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. We really have to discuss PBC at some point. We could do that too. Yeah. Honestly, that's one thing I don't really look into, Dub. I think I said that before too, but I'm not gonna lie, I don't really know. Well, I mean, I guess I could talk about it still because a lot of the people that talk about it don't know, obviously, because according to them, PBC would have been bankrupt already. So, but That's one thing I don't really know, like how good Golden Boy's doing or PBC's doing or Queensberry's doing. I don't really look into that stuff. But yeah, that's a good conversation though, because I do think that we need to see some fighters more often. But I don't know. Is that really anything different? Is that abnormal to what we usually see? You know, we don't really see as many PBC cards anyway. So I don't know if that's really indicative of anything bad going on. You know, it could be, but I don't know. According to everybody else, the majority of people, it is something bad going on, but I don't know. But yeah, I don't mind talking about it, but I'm not too knowledgeable on it, is what I'm saying. It's slowing them up without Showtime. Yeah, yep. Less shows. Yeah, that's a fact.
Oh, you know what we could also do? I think, well, it's gonna be give us a lot to talk about, but at the same time, it kind of won't.
What's that?
Which third card has, like, ranked, like, third Riyadh season card?
Ooh.
From best to worst.
Ooh, that's a good one too. Cause I'm not gonna lie, I think this one's kind of top heavy. Not kind of, very top heavy.
This one, February 22nd or the
no.
Tyson Fury?
Usyk and yeah, Tyson Fury and Usyk. I feel like outside of Usyk and Fury, like you said, you know, I think that it got significantly weakened with Boachuk not fighting Madrimov anymore, or Madrimov not fighting Boachuk, more precisely. Yeah, I think that it's. I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, you got Moses Atam on there, but I don't really know who he's fighting. Like, I know because I've seen it before, but I don't know him. What's the other guy? The Romford Bull, Johnny Fisher. I'm not really too familiar with his opponent. You know, Peter McGrail's fighting something McCann. That seems interesting, but it's not really it's not really that deep.
Nah, I hope that February 22nd card don't get no drop off.
Oh, that card's gonna be great, bro. Like that card, man. Good Lord willing, you know.
Or if somebody drops off, it's like Watsy, I hope.
Yeah. Yep.
All
right, then, my brother. About to go ahead and slide, man. I appreciate the suggestions.
Right,
I'm gonna definitely think about those for real for the morning show.
Yeah, no problem. Get
Yes,
yourself
sir.
some food.
Yes, sir.
Get a sweet tea.
Yes, sir.
Get an Arizona green tea.
Hey.
Arizona green tea.
Man, I'm about to
freeze about 10 minutes.
I'm about to try that. What it called with the what was it called? That green sausage and the red sauce. What's it called again?
Oh, that chili powder tahini.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's good. That goes good with
I'm
food in
about
general.
to try that.
You
bro.
want to put a little bit of it, though, not a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna try that, man. If I'm gonna let you know before I try it, and if I miss the next show.
Yeah, if you eat too much, it's gonna mess up your stomach.
Right, exactly. You know, I'm in that. You know what I'm talking about? I'm in that baño. Yes, sir. If I do too much, you gonna know because I'm gonna miss the following show. I'm gonna definitely let you know when I try it. If I miss the show, boy, you know I'm in the baño, boy. Yes, sir. But shit, all right then, my boy. Thank you so much, man. Yes, sir. God bless, man. Yes, sir. Good Lord willing. Shout out to my boy Oscar, man. Shout out to Irony as well, man, for coming through and pulling up on me. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. As always, more people feel welcome to join the Discord. As always, man. Shout out to Dub. Congratulations on the 1 year, Doc, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate y'all, man. Shout out to everybody that showed me love. You know what I'm saying? We're going to run through that one more time before we get up out of here, man. Shout out to Karma. You know what I'm saying? Big Karma. Dr. Karma in the building. Happy birthday to the channel with the big kisses. Gotta take all my kisses. You know what I'm talking about? Gotta take all my kisses. Shout out to Karma. Appreciate the dub. Shout out to Oscar, man. Appreciate the 5. Shout out to Candy Slim. Appreciate the 5. Shout out to Ty. Appreciate the 5. And shout out to Ty. Appreciate the extra 5. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Y'all be easy. Take care of yourselves. Remember. Don't forget to smack that like button. Yeah, pause. That's definitely a pause. She put the kissy face though. But yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Appreciate y'all, man. 1 year of Boxing Talk family and many more to go. Good Lord willing, man, as long as God permits, man. But don't forget to smack that like button, and that subscribe button, like the notification says right there. But most importantly, even more important than that, remember with God, we could do anything. Without God, we're nothing. The doctor's out. Peace.
From the hood to college, both worlds they had to meet. 6 degrees between us, so cold, we're about to freeze. But we're Florida boys, hot takes, we bring the heat. We're moving the culture, the engineers to the streets.